Howdy, howdy, howdy! How's it going, folks? I was gonna say everybody just
this for an hour.
we all turned into the theatre birds for a moment then. Unless you're already a theatre bird, in which case, you know. Hey folks, welcome to episode 13. I'm really bad at keeping track with the numbers here, but I'm hoping
Lucky
that's
number
right.
13.
Alright. Episode 13 in the Mind of the Martyr. It is a pleasure to see everybody here. I had a thought. It completely left my mind. This is how this is going to roll today. Awesome. Cool.
It's exactly
Great start. Fantastic. And on that note, going to go straight into the sponsors, because I've already faffed this up. We're going to go hand over to Ty of the Emporium, because apparently I need to learn how to speak English again. Go ahead.
Hi everybody, Ty here. I play Jotra Cool Shrapner here. Your wonderful, beautiful little tiny sort of feathery person. I'm also trying to get something off the ground. It's DMEmporium.com. Stop hitting right. Fun days are great. DMEmporium.com and try to make it like this big one-stop shop for everything you could possibly want for D&D and D&D accessories. The dice they're holding up right now came from DM Emporium, so I'm not saying they're rolling better because they have the new dice, but it seems to be going better. I just don't know about that. Maybe you'll have the same results. I guarantee. But if you use the code FWRD if you come and shop, you get 10% off your order, and 10% goes to these beautiful, wonderful people and to building this beautiful, wonderful community. The more it grows, the more we can do, the happier everybody is. And man, if you missed last month and Pride Month, raised over $5,000 for all sorts of good causes, including Trevor Project and Black Lives Matter. So we always want to see this continue to grow. And so check us out, have a good time, get yourself some dice. Who has enough dice? Nobody. That's it.
Never enough.
It's true.
Dice.
It's true.
One, I can't believe you just cursed everybody's rolls like that. And two, we are still very much riding the high from the fundraiser, I feel. Very much to the point where I think everybody has maybe started to sleep. Maybe. Everyone started to get to that point where they're kind of relaxed.
What?
That's why I said maybe.
Nah.
Sleep? I don't know her.
I'm not writing a high from the fundraiser anymore. I'm writing a high from the community. It's just from that.
That is a
From
very
the
good way
people.
of putting it. That is a very, very good way of putting it. Our other sponsor is the wonderful folks at So Nerdware. They've recently had a website update, so it's a lot easier to get access to all of the wonderful merch that they have from various different streamers and entities. Go ahead and throw in code FRIENDS and you get 10% off your order, which goes towards helping the channel here. Go ahead and check them out for any of your general apparel. They did a bunch of stuff for Black Lives Matter. They did a bunch of stuff for Pride, and their ridiculously wide range of pretty much any gender identity you can think of is right there. So so Nerdwear. It's what the nerds wear. Alrighty. I don't think we've got anything pressing to announce, so we can just go ahead and dive right in. Who was doing the recap? That's a question.
I believe it is Ariden's turn. We shall watch her as she recaps.
Okay. Erin.
No, great. Thanks. I love it. Please don't look at me. Kidding. I'm not nervous at all. Okay, so
there's a stream. Looking at everyone.
now you see me. Now you don't.
The magic of background.
So sorry. I don't know why I'm like this.
Wizards!
Okay. I'm so sorry. I have the wiggles again. Okay, so so last time on The Mind and the Martyr, we got up in the morning and Ishton doesn't think I saw, but I definitely saw her in the chef's hat, but I won't tell. Don't tell. Well, everyone was talking that morning, getting ready to leave, and then we took off with Clinkin, and while we were en route, we found Ishton's name in the book, and we let her know about
Just
that.
been hit by a Sean as well.
Hey!
You've been struck by a smooth stool.
It doesn't work.
Criminal.
Don't even try it. The syllables don't match up. That's not going to happen. Sorry, Ty, for tech on the go.
Okay, I got this. Give me 1 second. I'll see everybody's in the right place, I swear.
I got this, guys. Don't worry about it.
It'll be fine. Calm down, everybody. Remain calm. No.
I'll get that order right away, Mr. Simpson.
Joshua, it's not that serious. Calm down.
Let's get another character early. All right, there we go. Everybody's proper.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry. Back to the recap.
So we, yes, we left in the morning. En route, we found Ishton's name in the book, and it turns out that I was one of the ones that was sent after her. So had a meaningful conversation about that. Then when we were en route, we were attacked by small little blue creatures, and while we were fighting, something interesting happened, and that would be Atheros disappeared and returned as a snake mid-battle. And if anything beside that happened, I don't remember, because I am very confused.
We had a delightful breakfast, and Soup prepared it again before we headed out. There
That
a
was
chef
before
hat.
the lava
That
snake,
was
the
before.
delightful breakfast. That was
Yeah,
before.
that was way
We did
before.
not think there was
Way
a snake,
before.
and we were like, hand me a croissant.
I mean, we could have, but that would have been a bad idea.
That's bad.
I
We
need
think,
this.
yeah,
I need that to be like the line of one of the BBEGs now. Just in the middle of a fight, just pass me a croissant.
Oh, these are very good enemies. Pass me a croissant.
Oh, he's very good.
We're fighting back.
What's his name from What's his name from Little Mermaid? The cook, the chef.
Seba.
That's just
There you
what
go.
came into my head.
The crazy one who tries to murder.
Uh-huh. Les croissants, les croissants. How I love les croissants. And
Oh, and the little ice smurfs. Oh, no, what did we call them? Blublers. The blublers.
the blizzards.
When you
Yes,
kill
the
them, they go poof into a cloud of ice, and it's
They go,
very refreshing. It feels good. It exfoliates your skin. It is nice.
Or it hurts if you don't
It's
have
less
cold
of a-
resist.
I was gonna say I think it's less of a poof and more of a.
Well, it's like, if you take like powder and you go kind of like that. They were all very cold, but I was fine.
Oh yes, it was very cold. It's still
Oh,
cold.
awesome.
How
I
about you
forgot
guys?
that
I'm
I
feeling-
have
I'm
fire
feeling
powers
very
now,
warm.
so that's nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
there
Atheros is
freezing me
toasty
out,
right
so-
I
now.
feel real warm right now.
I would like to agree
just
with
getting
Tyler
hot.
that Athenos melted.
Pretty much.
That is
Oh,
fine.
Tyrell, actually.
That's pretty accurate.
I mean, just like he melts all the hearts.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
I don't think that compliment has been earned, but sure.
Some of the hearts.
True. All right. We have our party. We have our recap. And where we left off as well, an important note, at the very, very, very end, sat at the very top of a tree, 1 foot just on the tip, was an orcish archer. And as we left off, their arrow leveled towards Athenos. So as we come back and we come back into the scene, so to speak, you can see the bodies of these small blue blurs, as you called them, flinging left and right. There's a spatter of fire and brimstone. This kind of these chunks of rock and molten liquid being thrown across the battlefield. once these blurs have vanished, this large volcanic-like snake suddenly turns its attention to the party. You watch its tongue just slip out slightly and come back in. It begins to slow. Rise up.
I hold my glaive out in front of me, horizontal to the ground, and I begin speaking in Primordial, in the Fireplane dialect of Primordial, which name I forgot. Ingen. I had it written down. Huh. So in Ingen, and what Ishtin says is clearly a chant. It's clearly something that's being said, she said something similar before. And she says, in Dahlia's name, I call you back to battle. In Ishtin's name, I call you back to battle. In the name of all who love you, I call you back to battle right now, Athenos. We call you back.
Ishtin's glaive is leveled. This chant, it starts almost as a mutter, but it's as if your voice is beginning to carry across the wind itself. This chant begins a little bit more, a little bit more. There's almost a slight delay now, as there's an echo that begins to build and build. The magma-like snake, as soon as you start speaking Ishtin, it ducks down and begins to slither, retching forward to attempt something. But as this chant begins to build and build and build, there's a pause. Stops completely in its tracks and just returns to a neutral position.
I stand still with my glaive horizontal and don't move.
There's a moment of just you staring down this creature. And it begins to coil back, just ever so slightly. Moves back just a little bit more, and a little bit more. It doesn't seem to attack, but it doesn't seem to do much else either in this moment. But something in you just knows that you're getting through. Athenos, I need you to make a wisdom save for me, please. With advantage.
Okay. Oh, wisdom's actually pretty good. Okay.
Everything is pretty good. What are you talking about? You rolled really well for your stats.
Dirty 20.
What was that?
Dirty 20.
Woohoo.
Okay. So, as this is happening and everybody can see this situation currently going on, the snake begins out of nowhere to freak out. Its body begins to contort and writhe as it begins hissing and screeching, its head being thrown back and forward, to and fro, as it begins to almost drop and roll into the snow as it does so. There's a moment as you continue this chant before the molten rock around it begins to dissolve. You watch as what were essentially these stone scales begin to crack and mollify and liquefy into the ground, seeping down into the earth. And as the body begins to dissipate, you see a still conscious, but worse for wear, Athenos, on all fours, breathing heavily, trying to pull himself back up.
I run between where the arrow is pointed and where Athenos is and try to help him stand.
I'm gonna go over and
I'm gonna stay trained on the orcish bowman.
heal 10 HP.
That's really good. Thank you.
I also.
As this moment. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say I also position myself between the archer and the group.
Or is just standing there, fucking dumbfounded. Just, what in the hell's just happened?
Give a little wave to the archer.
Muted. How badly are you hurt?
I'm fine. I'm fine, thanks, George. I'm just a bit. My head is just.
Do you know what happened to you?
Do I? Do I remember what happened? Or did I black out?
You definitely have a memory up until the transformation itself.
Okay.
So you remember hearing that voice.
Yeah.
From your head.
It's the shot. Oh god, that was embarrassing. I missed a shot and then I'm here. I heard growling in my. I heard
Right.
him in my head.
Oh, that makes sense. We will explain later then. There is still an enemy on the field. And I'll point up to the orc.
And I see that it's like pointing an arrow at me. That's kind of.
Mm-hmm. It's still trained on you for now.
You can. Why is that pointed? Why is that pointed at? Were those things yours?
After a brief moment of pause, he whistles. And as he does so, this kind of low melodic whistle, it begins to take form. As the breath comes outwards, he just simply takes this glowing blue energy and places it on the arrow. He pulls the bow upwards, away from Athenos, towards a nearby tree, and fires. The arrow sails through the air and strikes. This whistle suddenly, like a wave of sound. As it does so, the very few creatures that did survive Athenos' assault suddenly pause and scatter to the winds, fleeing as fast as they can.
Well, he controls them at least.
Yeah. Seems like it.
The archer drops from his position. Upon landing, puts away his bow, across his back, takes a couple of steps forward, putting both hands in the air.
I think just out of, I guess, sign of good faith, and also he's just a bit confused still. I think it's like picks up his gun and just holsters it.
Travelers,
Yeah.
apologies for the rude welcome. The forests are not usually this antagonized. Sorry about that.
The forests antagonized. Does that mean?
The forests hold all kinds of creatures. A lot of people believe that some of the more mystical elements, they only dine and wine in the brighter woodlands, but they do exist wherever nature exists. For whatever reason, they have been agitated as of late. Apologies. They should not have attacked you. Normally we would send someone to come and meet you halfway. Although the trees warned us that someone was under attack. So they sent me.
How long were you watching us?
I only got here just as I saw the giant snake attacking a few of the population.
Population, they were
It's not
attacking
seeing
us. The population, they were attacking us.
Indeed. That is a fair assumption to make. Normally they do not attack unless under self-defense, but looking at the he kind of gestures his hand out. Looking at the current situation, I do not think that's the case.
You talk trees too? This here boy talk tree.
I talk to all trees.
Part orc horn. No.
No, I'm not part orc.
Didn't think so.
Be like,
Choose thing.
can we go back a bit?
We
Snake?
will explain. Do you want us to explain right now?
I guess not.
Would it be safe to assume you're part of the Totem?
Aye, indeed I am.
And what might your name be?
You watch as his hands kind of raise, just kind of trail across his face. They drop. What was this kind of battle-hardened expression now kind of looks like when you go and visit your favorite family member, they just have the biggest smile across their face. Suddenly just warm and happy and inviting and just nasty business out of the way. Reagan. At your service. Or at least, that's what other people have called me. I don't particularly like the name, but it's easier than my mother tongue.
Fake.
Okay.
Anybody call you
My
Ray?
phone freaking out.
I'm responding to all NPCs are named after presidents.
Just can't wait to meet JFK.
Oh no.
That was fantastic.
Wait, speaking of Clinken, how's Clinken?
Oh, yes.
I believe he's probably hiding at the cart.
That is exactly what Clinken is doing. Clinken is kind of half hiding, half kind of like stunned at the attack. And as soon as it kind of resolves and everything's going on here, you watch as he takes a stand. Immediately looks around and just... Oh, I am out of practice.
That's an understatement. Where were you?
It's been a while.
You know, you had a chance to practice, but you did not take the chance. That is how you get practice, is by, being in the fight.
Well, how long has it been since you were on a ship?
It has been a few years. I have performance anxiety. Leave me alone. He kind of like takes a couple of steps off the car.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you can't perform with people watching, I don't know what good you're gonna be on my ship, but I guess it'd be fun to watch at least.
I think he needs to prove himself and earn a place on your ship. Yes.
You know, Ishin, I think you're right. I don't really want the subpar on my ship, and Clinking after that, I have to admit, it can in the subpar category.
Oh, everybody gets a little battle shy every now and then.
I think the whole time I'm definitely smiling. I'm serious, but more so just poking fun at him. I want to make that clear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
in
he
the same spirit.
There's kind of like a very forced chuckle because of course he can't laugh. And then you just see the kind of playing of fingers and thumbs. This is a little bit he feels a little bit shitty about the situation. As much as a Warforged could feel bad at all.
Jotra's gonna go up to Reagan and be like, I'm Jotra, and he goes to put out his hand to Reagan's. And that was really cool what you did with the whistle. What kind of magic is that? I've never seen that before.
He reaches out, takes your hand, pulls you closer, and just goes, just kind of gives you a stiff hug, puts you down, and just, sorry, hugger.
Okay. I don't want since I had a big hug.
Soup stands about 10 feet away from him and goes,
So, about that magic. How you do that?
All of the Totem are
lightning
fluent.
you closer.
A what?
All of the Totem are fluent when it comes to magic, and most of its natural applications.
They are druids. What did you expect? Of course, it's nature-based magic.
I've only seen druids usually. They don't really. I've never seen a weapon enhancement in nature that was so unique. The sounded. Not only that, looks like a type of message, but also converted instead of being. I'm talking too much again, aren't I?
You're a thinker.
Yeah.
And the
I try to be. Mostly.
You feel a slight pat on your head as he says, sometimes you can think too much. Just enjoy what happens.
I'm trying that.
So
He's getting a wee bit better.
We are trying to get to the fire plane. Is there one among you who can help us?
I would assume you'd be here for something important. You're not one of the usual supply caravans. Or at least, you don't look so, people like that aren't usually so well armed or well trained. For what little I've seen.
Are you familiar with the Sisters of the Crimson Wood?
There's a big smile that comes across his face. A large toothy grin as he says, not in the slightest.
Oh, well then, not the answer I was expecting. Anyway, my name's Orin Thistlefoot. I'm part of the Monastery of the Crimson Wood. We've come rather far, seen some crazy shite, and we could really use your help. We understand you trade in favors. If there's
Indeed.
if there's a way that we can get to the fire plane, that you can help us with, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Go to the fire plane. Awfully dangerous. Lots of fire. Lots of creatures on fire. Yes.
It sounds
I can
so much
definitely
better
see
than
why
here.
you'd want to go there. It's an absolute picnic. Kind of
It's so much
chuckles
better
to
than here.
himself.
So much better than here. And after Smiley's just muttering that he's walking to the cavern to just like get the wool coats again to wrap himself up. Because
What do you
now
mention?
he's freezing again.
Now that you mentioned all the fire, also if you know of any ways of mitigating fire, or
There's a moment of pause as he looks towards Athenos and just says, if you go to the fire plane with that problem, however,
That problem.
uh,
Our business is
I
our
don't-
business. Do you need help getting us to the fire plane, or can you get us there?
apologies. I appear to have touched a nerve. We can feel energies. We can feel the natural balance. And there is something in you that is not in balance. I'm simply saying that perhaps going on or being exposed to such powerful magics may have ill-adverse effects. Perhaps you might want to get that issue at least moderately sorted out first.
I'm very, very confused. What issue?
Do you want me to explain right now in front of him?
I mean, he seems to know.
It has to do with
Oh, yeah, I figured. I blacked out. What happened when I blacked out?
what is on your wrist. You became.
Yeah. Snake.
Yeah, big old fuck off fire snake.
also kind of melted.
Yes. First you melted and disappeared. And then you became a snake.
Reagan, you said?
That is the common name, yes.
Why? How would that affect me if I did go to the fire plane?
Going to a place that is full of foreign energies while you yourself are also full of foreign energy that you are not familiar with could have effects one way or another. Could be completely harmless. Could awaken something.
What do you mean by foreign?
In terms of the fire plane or in terms of your friend?
You said foreign energy. I can't say that word in this accent. You said foreign energies. What did you mean?
Well, foreign energies in terms of the fire plane.
There are those in the fire plane who channel energy from some other person or thing or creature. That is not foreign to the fire plane.
Not foreign to the fire plane, but it's foreign to folks who live in the material world. Or the mortal plane, rather.
There are those in the mortal plane that also do this.
Absolutely. There's usually either some kind of magical caveat or adjustment period, either way. I would not be so concerned if it weren't for whatever the other issue is. Again, I can only see that there is some kind of nature in your friend here. I do not know exactly, but we can find out. Or at least host a discussion for you.
Do you want them poking around in your head?
I don't know.
It would be more us facilitating the meeting and you poking around in your own head.
Like
do
I
not
said,
get
do you want them
directly
to
involved.
poke around in your head? I mean, that's really, he means the same thing. He's just trying to, wrap it up in different words.
kind of want to know what happened and why. Yeah. Why not? I mean, I blacked out for how long was it? A minute? Longer?
More like a minute.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I want that to happen in a completely unknown realm.
Do you
If there's a
believe this
way
man that he can help you?
I mean, I can't help myself. Hopefully they know a little bit more about magic than I do.
Simply here to assist. We've done this plenty of times before. Warlocks thinking they were druids. Druids thinking they were warlocks. Druids thinking there was another druid. It's all very complicated.
I'm not going to pretend like I understood what you said. Can we go somewhere warm, please?
You go somewhere warmer, absolutely. As I say, normally we send an envoy out to make sure that you get back the fastest way possible and get to our little home. So, if you are ready. Apologies. Didn't get the names of the rest of your parties.
No, you didn't.
No, I'm Jotra.
Fair enough. He kind of chuckles to himself.
Oh, and this is Pavasari. And he kind of runs over and jumps on Pavasari and pulls him up over.
I'm Eridan.
Soup just kind of falls over.
Orin will be like, "Ah, crap! I forgot again," and then cast Saya's touch and kind of go over to like Athenos and Soup and kind of give him a little warm up.
Yeah.
Hide this place.
Sorry, lad. Sorry. I keep forgetting. Fire warm.
All right then. Oren, Jotra, Eridan, guests. He kind of almost tries to signal forwards, then turns. Just is he? Is he all right?
No, I don't know. I think I kind of poked fun at him. I don't know if he handled it very well.
Kind of points towards the cart. We could probably get you going. That's fine.
Oh.
We'll make it work? Question mark? I don't know.
Jotra's gonna hop back in cart and he's gonna start mending the holes in the cart. So he's gonna while they're traveling, just mend it as they go. So.
Are we taking the cart? Or going by foot?
You can if you like.
Because we were stuck in the
It was
snow.
the horses were long strided, so you could go ahead and clear the blockage if you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good to me.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't cast anything. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right before
I was gonna say you long strided long strided the horses, so
Yeah,
yes.
they're good to go.
Then I'll try to help unfreeze the wheels, I guess.
There's a kind of a buildup of snow underneath that has begun to compact. You can go ahead and kind of use your natural heat to go ahead and begin to melt that down. As you are getting sorted on the cart, what the bloody hell is that? Something that's just flew straight past my head.
It's a Bluebler!
They've come for me. Oh no. As you go ahead and sort out the car and get yourselves all packed up, Reagan goes ahead and steps forward a little bit, puts his bow out horizontally, begins to whistle again, takes these two kind of begins to step forward, and as he does so, the snow begins to part on either side of the bow, creating a pathway as he steps forward.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool.
He just chuckles and says, "Come on now, not the first, you won't be the last."
I think she's just inside the carriage, just under every blanket he can find.
Being accosted by a very aggressive moth. Apologies.
Soup's gonna look over at Orin. He's gonna be like,
You think you can stick around? I might want to stay here, but it's too cold.
Sure. I'll keep you nice and warm, toasty, and I'll cast Size Touch and Radiant, just flame in hand.
I love it.
he's just constantly like everywhere you move, he just gravitates toward you.
I'm really sorry I forgot about this earlier. It's as I said, it's a new power to me, and I'm not really understanding with the whole magic thing, so I'm sorry.
It's like he's glued to your hip at this point.
Orin and Soup, good old buddies.
All right.
As soon as your hand goes away, he's like, nah.
Yeah, just following it, just tracing around. Okay. So, with the bow and its orcish caster clearing the way, doesn't take too much longer. As you're traveling through this forest, you notice you are no longer accosted by any kind of wildlife at all. No blue blurs, as they were called. There doesn't appear to be any kind of insects or birds. You are being left entirely alone as you travel forwards. You notice two trees that are colored a little differently than the rest, whereas the majority are all of these large kind of, your usual kind of big pine winter trees. These two appear to be almost kind of a lighter, almost like the... I'm trying to think of the tree and it's just not coming into my mind, but oh well. Yeah, there's definitely a very much lighter shade of bark on these two trees specifically. As he steps forward.
Like maple trees or something like that?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with maple trees. Why not? As they step forward, he goes ahead and just takes a look to the left, to the right. Well, there we are. Set on through. And he seems to disappear as he steps through the gap in between these two trees.
Oh, that is interesting. I'm just gonna stick my head through.
I just walk through.
Mm-hmm. Yep, following.
A simple
Close his
illusion
eyes
spell.
and run.
A simple illusion spell that breaks as soon as you step inside. You see this large, almost rustic campsite, very naturally based, filled with majority kind of constructed of wood and ropes. Parts of the settlement itself are on the ground. Other parts of it are actually scattered and held up across the pine trees themselves, creating this sort of treetop home, as it were. You see many, many different kinds of orcs pottering around doing their day-to-day business. You also see a lot of other races. A scattering of dwarves, gnomes, humans, etc., all dressed in the very same kind of natural furs and attire as everybody else is currently dressed. And you can see the majority of them either getting to work or perhaps taking a break, hanging out. It's just a a relatively calm and quiet civilization that's just doing what it wants to, essentially. You see the stance of Regan just kind of instantly change from this kind of jovial back to this military style, regimented body language. As he steps forward and chats with a couple of guards before he turns to you, and that happy face then returns, saying, "Easy as always. We're clear and good to go." So, you gonna go ahead and take us up on that offer first and foremost, because that might be something you want to get done relatively quickly.
I'd like to make an insight check on this motherfucker.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
You said that the forest is agitated.
I'm assuming that's a...
20.
Yeah.
Good job.
For a total of
That
21.
20 dance.
I was gonna say,
Okay, would it be funny if I was like 14?
I heard the natural 20 from here.
Where you're dancing, my brain was like, got nat 20. I got a natural 20. I don't know why that was in my brain.
Beautiful. I love it. That's canon now. As true as the day he was born.
Right. Do I get any sense of this
100%
weird
honest.
change of demeanor?
It almost seems as if he has split his personalities. He very much wants to keep his professional life away from his actual demeanor. And by doing so, it's so jarring, the differences that he has to take, because he's over-exaggerated it to the point where he can definitely make that distinction between the two.
Okay.
You know, you've met some military individuals that do the same tactic. You know military individuals who also cope differently, but...
And, you know, usually all of the other people are aware that they do that, and it's a little bit awkward.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Watch him turn into Santa Claus. Just a second. Oh, he's going to walk away, and then you'll see.
Yeah. It is exactly like that. As soon as he turns around to greet you, that kind of jolly demeanor comes back. As you say, talking about the agitation of the forest, Eric, he responds, apparently so. The forest seemed a little bit irritated. Doesn't seem like anything's changed, though. We've gone ahead and checked the area hundreds of times. We protect this area, we protect this forest, and we protect everything we need to protect inside, but the forest seems agitated. We can't quite put our finger on it. Doesn't seem to be a source. Not the one that we can see, anyway.
How long ago did it start?
A few weeks at most, perhaps. Maybe a bit more.
Would a few weeks put it around the same time as the bug attacks? In
Just before.
just before, okay.
So, we heard that you trade for this one for... What's that? Are we...
Just let him do it for free. If he's going to do it for free, fine. I don't want to bring it up. I mean, just all right. Okay,
the
got
blind
it.
side at the end of it.
Yes, all right.
And it chuckles. Yes, of course. Well, the assistance to your friend we will happily do for free. However, the journey to the fire plane. There we go. The fire plane. Good job, right? The
We
journey
gonna
to
be
the
praying when
Fireflame-
we get there, probably.
The journey to the Fireplane is a little bit more complicated. Not too much more. Well, I will have to talk to the chiefs to be able to judge that. It's their place to give those favors, and not I, so.
Yeah,
I'm simply a
that's-
scout.
That's fair. Yeah, I want to take you up on that offer. Yeah. I need to know more about what's going on.
We can go ahead and facilitate a discussion for you.
What does that mean?
Well, whatever this power is, it seems to be pretty entwined with yourself currently, but it looks like you don't understand it too well. Perhaps you just need to talk things over, chat, without the hoo-ha of nonsense, so to speak. Depending on what power you end up going for, or what power you have, that power can be a little bit unruly sometimes, a little bit rude, a little bit arrogant, a little bit stupid sometimes.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Yeah, let's do it. Can Ishton come?
I am coming.
It'll take a little bit of time, but we can definitely facilitate that.
I want to watch him do the magics. Orange coming.
Sure, if we're allowed. It's not a private affair.
I guess we're just gonna make a show of it. I guess. Okay. Everyone
Well,
is invited. I guess.
is it gonna make you feel uncomfortable? Because I don't need to be there if you don't want me there. But I am kind of curious.
Yeah, no. I would prefer it if I could keep this between me and Ishton, and I guess the druids that are gonna get involved.
Got stuff to work on anyway.
It's fine.
All right.
I like the soup pout.
See if I guess I'll
damn it.
I'll tell you what happens if anything interesting happens.
Here,
He hands you like a piece of paper. Like,
write down what he does.
Okay.
He's going to be busy. Whatever. Just take the paper.
Yeah, I'll just take the paper. Okay, yeah, I'll write down what he does.
All right. As soon as you kind of come to this decision, Reagan immediately kind of turns and says, let me bring the rest of you to the chiefs. We can go ahead and talk about that favor. And then I can take these two over to the druids to go and have a discussion.
And while they're doing that, is there anybody in the village who knows anything about stones? Rocks and stuff?
Looks a little bit confused, tilts his head, and just kind of gestures towards some of the rocks that are scattered within the camp. Just
Dotra immediately picks up 2 or 3 and starts to look at them intently.
just kind of, we have many rocks. Is he a rock collector? That's not a very good hobby.
He likes throwing them, and apparently people. This is a weird thing. Apparently people kill birds with stones.
All right, that's true.
Like
It's
that
incredibly
thing.
cruel.
That's what I thought. I thought just use a sword. It's much faster.
Well,
I
the
think
fact
it's
is, why
like
would
if
be
you-
killing birds.
If you skip a stone, you know, on the surface of a lake and it goes bounce, bounce. Apparently they are so good they can go bounce, bounce and kill 2 birds.
I'm sorry. That was just a thing that came. Let's just keep it
Not
going.
entirely sure of the use of that. There's very little meat on them. Their bones aren't particularly strong, and well, I mean, the feathers
Oy,
are
it's a
rather
turn of
comfortable. You can go
phrase.
ahead and pick those up too.
Oh, this discussion
Understand?
again.
So no one who would know anything like fancy rocks.
Let's see. Earth magic. We could definitely do earth magic. I'm confused what you mean by fancy stones, but yes, we
Just
can do
like-
earth magic. That's fine.
Excellent. Yeah, just somebody who's like maybe might know something about if there anything like that. Just talk to about it.
For someone who thinks a lot, you're very bad at getting to the point.
Yeah.
Yes, goodness.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
There's like a pat on your back that's a little more solid than perhaps you were expecting, but it's a loving one. As he goes ahead and chat with our leaders first, and then we can go ahead and get you your rock collection.
He is very touchy-feely. Just.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, when you're a father of 16, you tend to be.
Oh, well, you could not be with. You could just.
16.
Please make a gift of time.
That's the line. That's the line. That's fine.
I don't mind. It's
If there are boundaries, I will happily go by those boundaries. Don't you worry.
Going from family to 16?
There are. I have 16 children. They're not all mine, but I care for them. I raised them. I taught them. So, by everything apart from blood, they're mine.
Sounds about right. Why you gotta keep this place so cold?
We don't have many secrets, but that is one of them.
Yeah, how is the temperature? Like, I'm assuming I'm just like Athenos soup. Like,
It's still cold here. God damn it.
It's warmer in here, and you can see the scatter of pyres and bonfires scattered across the camp.
okay, so it's at least our reptilian brethren can move.
Yes. They're still cold. It's not comfortable.
Yeah.
They're not going to die from hypothermia, if that's what you're going for.
Guess we're gonna
Immediately,
head.
We can signal someone over as you begin to say.
Oh, no, I'm just gonna say yeah. I guess we start heading over to wherever he was leading us.
picking up rocks and my pouch and as we go.
I fall in line next to Jotra.
They are cold.
A few weeks ago, that would put around the same time as the bug incursion, wouldn't it?
It's a little before, Pam. I have it right. It seems like a lot of stuff got angry all at the same time. And you know what happened a little bit before that? We all did something with the I haven't had time to figure it out the way, but I'm really gonna sit down and try to write out a time.
Might have something to do with that big thing they was shooting at us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I like your arrows. Those are nice.
Is that
Make
awkward
them.
soup flirting?
It
I
is
like
now.
your arrows.
That was very
Soupkin.
much
Soupkin.
Take it as you will.
Yes, you
Pretty
will.
goop.
I love it. Okay. One of the guards, I say guards, they don't really look like guards. They're kind of covered in hide and leather more than metal. It appears that every individual in this place is armed one way or another, but it doesn't look like many of them have proper weapons, so to speak. There are a few that kind of carry daggers and, at the very most, short swords. But there are a few individuals that kind of have your bows, your great axes, that kind of stuff. It's about now that... Sorry, go on.
Do I see anybody who had like any runes or anything on any of their weapons or anything?
The majority of them are inscribed, one way or another.
I do as quick of a scrawl of the runes that he sees as possible into his journal.
Yeah, absolutely. This will be the part where the party is split. As you are brought through towards the center of this camp, somebody ducks over to the left, and then so Eddie, thank you for the raid.
Woohoo!
Hey.
Appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's really appreciated.
Hi.
Howdy, hey. We are in the middle of a big orcish druid camp, essentially. Two of our party are going to take part in a very interesting ritual, and the rest of our party are heading to the chiefs of the camp.
It's gonna be
interesting. You haven't missed too much, thankfully. Okay, who's going first? Athenos and Ishtin, or the rest of the party?
Oh,
We can go
Everyone's too
get it
polite.
over with. Yes.
okay, why not? Yeah.
Okay, so we'll cut over to Athenos and Ishtin, who are taken off to the left. You're taken through quite a lot of the camp before you end up in this circle of what appear to be stone totems that have been set up very deliberately and carved very deliberately. Covered in runes, insignias, and other such decorations. This circle of totems stands, looking almost made of more ancient stone. Actually, more akin-ish to some of the architecture that you have seen in your travels. These items are made with certain methods that you don't see too much in the common day. As you are led forward, you can see a small selection of orcish individuals in a circle. And they are currently passing around ingredients to each other and having small discussions under hushed breaths, as they appear to be making a small set of concoctions each. They mutter a little bit more as this guard steps through and makes himself known. The druids turn. They nod. And one of them stands and looks towards both of you and says, "The wind told us. It told us the agreement and what may become of it. Do you require time to prepare, or are you ready?"
Athenos?
I think I just want to get us over and done with, honestly. Might as well just do it now. Yeah, I'm ready.
Right.
To be able to speak with an aspect, you must first prove your dominance of soul over it. Since you will be going through this ritual together, it will be a lot easier, but there will still be a trial, so to speak.
Do you want
If it
me to go?
fails... Oh, apologies.
Do you want me to go through this trial with you, or just be here?
I think I just want you to be here.
Are you sure? It has spoken to me too.
that's why I want you to stay here.
All right. I will stay.
Yeah. I'll go through whatever this trial is on my own.
Very well. If that is what you require, then that is what you require. Please, take a seat. And, companion, you are more than welcome to stand wherever you are as long as it is outside of the circle.
I'll sit, like 6 feet back, very parallel to wherever Athenos sits, literally watching his back.
Okay. Fantastic. Athenos, as you step forward and begin to sit down, the druids create a more scattered circle around you, giving plenty of space. But they begin to chant in this dialect that I believe you don't understand. Depends on what you speak.
I speak Abyssal, Common, Draconic, and Primordial.
Okay. You and Ishton would recognize parts then. There are certain words that pop up in Primordial that you recognize. However, the majority of the script is in something you don't understand.
I also speak Giant.
It is not Giant. That is a strangely helpful language to have.
I have no idea why I speak Giant, but D&D Beyond says that I speak Giant. So I do.
I like that. I pick Giant, so I speak Giant. Whatever. So, you begin to see this conglomeration of druids begin to start this rhythmic kind of half chant, half creation as they begin to sync up and create this, with the ingredients they had, this fine powder. They add some more ingredients, they begin to speak, they mush it together. They add some more ingredients, they begin to speak, they mush it together. This repetition happens a few times before you watch as in sync they all raise their hands with a jug, begin to pour inside of the pestle and mortar. They mix 1, 2, 3 before pouring the contents out into the snow. As it hits the snow itself begins to turn this shade of black and red as the liquid suddenly shoots forward and creates this circle around you, Athenos. And we're going to play a little game.
Oh boy.
So, first of all, what is your wisdom stat?
It is a 16, so +3.
+3. Okay, so I need you to take 3d6.
Okay, I only have 2, so I'll never have to roll one of these again, but yeah.
So, you are rolling the power of your soul against the power of the aspect's soul.
Boy, okay.
You will roll your 3d6. If it's a 3, a 2, or a 1, you lose that dice. If it's a 4, a 5, or a 6, you keep the dice. First person to hit 0 dice wins.
Can I ask a question? Does he get any bonus because I'm there?
So you can go ahead and roll another d4 for it. D4? D6. You can have another dice for it.
Okay. Oh boy.
So the first one, you want to roll low. The first one to reach 0 is the winner.
Oh, to reach 0, okay.
Yeah, so you want no dice.
I mean, okay. Well, I lost 3 dice already. I got a 1, 1, and a 3. But other one's a 6.
So you hit 0 in the first time?
Oh, no. I saw, you said I have 4. Yeah,
You
I
have
thought that.
4.
So yeah, so I lost 3 just now.
So having an extra one for mission is detrimental, though?
No, it's good.
Seems that way. No, you do want to reach
Misinterpreted.
0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 0 is what you want to reach. Adding an extra dice does make it more difficult on the surface.
Why did then I
There's a
was
reason
asking
for
if
it.
I helped. So
Yeah,
wouldn't
there's
you
a
take
reason
dice?
for it. There's a reason for it.
Okay.
So do I roll again?
Yeah, you roll again. But it looks things you're gonna win because I rolled poorly.
I rolled a 3, so I guess I lose at that as well. So I'm at 0 now.
Whereas he is at 2. So you win. Because there was an extra dice of difficulty. When this begins, you get to ask one question that has 100% truth.
Oh,
Cannot lie.
oh no.
Pressure's on.
So, you watch as this liquid begins to form this circle around Athenos. There's a stutter, almost as if everything in the universe has stopped. Just for a moment. No wind, no breathing, no light, no darkness, nothing. Before Athenos, you feel that burning around your wrists. You watch as the Ouroboros lets go of its tail and almost seems to shoot off of your wrist forward as one of the druids says, "Step back."
I step back.
As you pull yourself up and back, both Athenos and Ishton, you now see, slithering in a circle along the ground, this small, glowing, molten rock Ouroboros growling inside of this circle.
Even though I know that it's not going to help anything, I stand up and have my glaive at the ready.
That's fair enough.
As you do.
Always a defensive stance.
I guess I'll ask you a question, right? As like look at the druids. Like, is that what?
We have summoned the aspect here. You may have a discussion with it as you see fit. However, by the sound of things, your plight was successful. As such, there will be one question that you designate that he cannot lie about.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be the first question you ask, but you do have to specifically designate it.
Yeah.
Just say, I use my question, or whatever. I don't know. Something Athenosy.
Why, when I was drowning, I was going to die, and I'm certain I'm not the only person who has died in that sea or was been thrown overboard. Why did you pick me?
I see all. You are the best option.
For what are your plans? I don't know what you hoped for, but chances are I'm not going to give it to you. But I would like to know what I'm not giving you.
Return
For what?
Mistakes.
You're not much of a talker. What mistakes? What did you do? What makes you think I could do anything about it? What makes you think I will do anything about it?
There's a feeling of unease that comes over both you and Ishton. You receive a flash in your head, suddenly. The flash of this large looming silhouette, appearing to be combating some kind of horrific looking creature. There's another flash as that memory breaks. Another memory then forms. The silhouette across this broken wasteland. This creature underneath its weight. And the silhouette begins to feast. That memory breaks. And there's now a third fragment. Watching this now silhouette that was once black, now red, beginning to shift and writhe as it contorts and places its mouth across its own tail. And with that, the ground begins to shake. The fragment cuts away.
Did I see that too?
You both did.
Oh, God. I don't know what you want me to do. This seems way out of my ballpark. Listen, I'll be honest, I don't care about that. But I need you to answer this honestly. I wasn't the only one that got thrown overboard that night. My captain, Dahlia, is she alive? Is she okay?
You watch as the Ouroboros releases its tail. Its head comes up. There is a slow and deliberate nod.
Can we end? I just turn to the druid. Can we end this? I've asked what I needed to know.
Very well. We'll go ahead and complete the ritual. They begin to chant again as they begin to slowly wipe away the outer circle as these lines of liquid suddenly begin to dissipate and disappear, pulling backwards into the inner circle. And as that fades, the aspect vanishes.
She is alive.
Yeah.
I told you. I told you. You did not believe me, and I told you she is alive.
Oh, fuck. I think Athna's just Because I feel like doing it. I think he just starts crying.
The druids turn to you, Ishton, and just say, the ritual is complete. You are now safe to enter.
I put my hands on his shoulders as he cries. We will find her. I promise.
Oh god, I do not look good when I'm crying.
You look just fine.
Let's see. Let's meet up with the others.
Okay. Maybe walk a little slow.
Yeah, I think I will.
All right. I will be by your side.
And as you go ahead and end this rather strange but relieving encounter, Athenos, you take, just as if by instinct, as you're sorting yourself out and rubbing your eyes, you catch your marking in the corner of your eye. Looks a little different this time. As you're taking a look at the Ouroboros, there appears to be one solitary spine that has developed, is coming just outwards and across, just past your wrist.
Is that on both of them or just the one?
On both. And you notice even though it's glowing, it almost hurts a little less.
I don't say anything. I just pull up my sleeves and just keep walking.
All right. We'll cut back to the rest of the party here, as long as you two are okay with that. Wonderful. So, the rest of you are taken into what I would probably attribute as a guild hall of sorts. Many large, long tables mixed with this kind of very beautiful decor, considering the fact that they don't seem to be using many metals or anything like that. As you step inside, there are 3 tables that stretch outwards, leading up to a set of stairs. And these are very, very long tables. You could probably see maybe 400 people in here. These are huge, leading to this set of stairs. As you come up, there appear to be, they're not traditional thrones, so to speak, but they're definitely decorative chairs that are definitely not thrones in promise. With 2 orcish women sat. There appears to be a small idol in between the 2 seats. You are led through the room, straight past, through the tables, and up towards the 2 chiefs.
Do I recognize?
You would recognize the material it's made from. It appears to be made by some kind of marble.
What does it look like?
It looks like the easiest way to describe it would probably be 2 letters kind of coming up and entwining in the middle, and then leaving again. like one of those, you know, when you see like a K back to back with another K, and they kind of meet up in there on the long part there, kind of like that, only more sophisticated and fancy.
Veteran not knowing what to do.
The Reagan steps forward, looks towards you, Jotaro, just goes, we don't, you're fine.
Okay.
Don't worry. You're good. Steps forward and holds both hands out. And both hands are immediately clasped by the two hands of the chiefs. They smile, mutter to each other in a language I don't know if any of you would understand.
Dwarvish, Gnomish, Sylvan, and Under.
Common, Infernal, and Halfling.
I should really write this down.
I got Infernal, Celestial, and Common.
Nope. All right.
You don't have to say
sorry.
Common.
Sorry, not Infernal for me. Abyssal. Sorry.
Wait, is the problem if I don't speak Common?
I was just reading off the list.
Oh man, I want to play a character who doesn't speak Common someday. That might.
I ran like a 4-shot of people who the entire party spoke Undercommon. That's all they spoke. So they were thrust into a world where no one understood what they were saying. The thing is, the running joke in Vacre is that Undercommon is Australian. So everyone just had Australian accents for like 4 sessions. It was great.
Land Down Under, of course.
It was so dumb. It was so good.
I love that trope.
So dumb.
I love that trope. That's a good one. That's a goodie.
With somebody from the surface trying to speak it sound New Zealander. Hello,
Yeah.
how are you doing here?
He's like a
Ready to be
freaky
afraid?
circle.
You good?
Like to-
Don't worry.
No worries, you know. You'd like to buy something with this gold you got here. You like gold, don't you?
Oh my god.
Oh.
So, Orc Chiefs. All of these orcs are adorned with various different kinds of runic tattoos and jewelry, accommodating their outfits. These particular individuals are no exception. They have these very long braids that kind of go through their hair, that appear to be almost lined with golden thread. You can see small chunks of kind of gold coming through their regular hair color. One of them currently has their hair twisted and up in kind of this high ponytail. The other one is just letting their braids kind of flow all the way down. They seem quite smiley. They beckon you forwards. So, what's the, well, I was about to say what's the situation, but I already know that. I won't insult your intelligence, that's fine. Hello.
Hello.
Greetings.
Thank you for letting us pass.
Not a problem in the slightest. We're kind of all here. I'm Chief Lila.
I'm Jotra. Bill Sharp.
Eridan.
Me and my wife look after the tribe here.
So,
Sorry, what was the chief's name again?
Lila. As soon as you speak, she looks towards you and just goes, a rather rude suggestion, but we can get you soup if you're hungry, yes?
His name's
soup like the arrow. Like,
That is absolutely adorable.
The soup's pretty
She
good,
turns to her, the other chief, and she goes, "Did you hear that? Soup. So cute." You immediately hear a gruff. She turns and just says, "We've got enough. We're not having another." "But come on, it's soup. It's so..." No, not having any more. Not happening. Not happening now. Not happening in 10 years. Need some time. Need some us time. Stop.
So I'm laughing, but soup. Soup is very much like just kind of like looking confused, and then just like once he figures it out, you see it dawn on him, and he's just like. It just makes a lot of like small growling noises.
So, are you just here for travel, information, company?
We won't take too much of your time. I think we're headed to the fire plane, and we were hoping maybe you could help us traverse there. We understand that you deal in favors, so we're, ready to make a deal.
Also, if you know anything about preventing, the heat and everything to get into be really useful information, which maybe we could trade for as well.
I see. Yeah, we can make that work.
Great.
We don't know what we're doing.
Right.
Lila chuckles and just... Most people don't when they come and see us. Or they think they do and then they don't. One or the other. But, hey. Good chance to make some friends. Favor. That's a good question. Favor. Honey, what do we need a favor for? I swear, if you even try and get another makeup set with... But it's... okay. I know.
I feel like I know this couple.
He watches as she says, "I know." She immediately comes to the side and pulls a little something out of a very pretty and very finely crafted hide pouch. She goes ahead and pulls up this little vial of what appears to be graying, almost metallic liquid. Just says, "I have 3 sets of these. I now only have 1. I would very much like the 2 back, and I have no idea who took them. So, I think that'll probably be the favor. If you can go ahead and find the other 2 vials of this wonderful liquid, then I think that'll call us quits."
What is it?
This is incredibly rare, and I don't think I want to tell you. She kind of smiles and just says, "You are far too easily convinced. Oh my, you are adorable. Come here, I'll show you."
Saying that, okay. He runs up.
She unscrews the cork on the top and pours the liquid out into her hand. "Hands up. Don't worry, it won't kill you." She kind of slowly tips it into your hand. "Now think of something sharp. Take your pick."
He thinks of
You watch as there's a slight flash as the liquid morphs into this arrowhead.
He's gonna quickly try to think of the spider that he made Ishton.
It's only partially complete, just due to the amount of liquid is there, but it does indeed begin to form.
What do you call it?
It's had a few names. You common folk are... Well, that's actually incredibly rude of me. The folks of you that speak common tend to have awful names for things sometimes. I believe you sold it as liquid mithril, although it's nothing like mithril. Literally at all, in the slightest. Crossover. She takes another look towards it and just says, honestly, there's not really a fantastic way to set this up apart from it molds to whatever you want it to be. It's what your friend waiting by the wagon is made out of.
Now, he's gonna try to think of the arrowhead, but with one of the like glyphs that he's seen on weapons. See what happens before he hands it back as the
arrowhead again morphs. It just sits in the palm of your hand. There's a approximation of the rune. It's not complete, just due to the fact that you don't speak Orc, but but it's a very, very good approximation. And she smiles as she goes ahead and takes it away from you, pours it back into the bottle. And it does that thing where, like, it's solid in her hand, but as soon as she begins to pour it, it turns liquid on that one section only and slowly begins to pour inside. She just, I don't have many of these, and they're incredibly useful for certain situations. They're incredibly rare, and if you use money in your civilization, incredibly expensive. It's a wonderful material.
Someone stole it from you.
Well, I had 3. I now have 1. And we have a slight... how best to describe it? I suppose you would call it a hive mind, though not nearly quite that intrusive. Anyone connected to the tribe, or anyone who was inducted as a Totem, is all connected one way or another. Whether that be by birth or outside sources.
So you would know if it was someone in the tribe.
Exactly that, my dear. Exactly that.
I see.
When was the last time you had all 3 together? Did the other 2 go missing at the same time?
We had a couple of travelers through yesterday. We don't normally get too many travelers that are traders. Traders we are used to. We get those quite on the regular, but these folks... We feared they may be hunters, but they haven't hunted anything so far. The forest would tell us.
Was it that same pouch?
I sleep with it in the pouch, but the pouch just stays in my room.
Coach is gonna turn to the other one. Does she have any jewelry or anything that wasn't on her person a few days ago before it disappeared? Like any rings or anything that might have come through a dream?
There is a hearty chuckle as there's a fist that hits the chair and you just hear, if you want to dive into that collection, be my fucking guest.
You might know. I don't. Sorry.
It's all right. You're funny.
What do these travelers look like?
That question, yes.
Appear to be, well, a strange bunch now that I think about it. A tiefling, a gnome, and one of those, what are they called? Shifters, I believe they're called in their own, or in the common tongue at least. I don't know. Tall, muscly, very hairy. Very
They all
hairy.
blokes, or they got some male, female.
Oh, sorry. Descriptions, of course. That would probably help. Kind of rolls her shoulders as she leans in forward a little bit. Quite a large frame, but not an imposing one, if that makes sense. She leans in. The gnome and the tiefling were wonderful women, both very funny. The gnome was fantastic with entertaining some of the children. Brilliant musician. The tiefling just seemed to be a little quiet, a little reserved, and then the shifter gentleman appeared to be interesting. Clears her throat, kind of slicks her hair backwards just a little bit further, as you just hear, "Don't even think about it. We're married for a reason." No, I'm allowed to appreciate people, that's all I'm saying. Kind of giggles to herself a little bit.
That shifter fella, his eyes go like this.
And he kind of crosses his eyes a little bit.
You folks are wonderful individuals. Regular eyes, if that's what you're asking. Just bigger teeth than normal and far too much facial hair.
Don't know.
Illustrious DM, does that fit the description of the terrible bandits who were bad at banditing? I don't know if we got descriptions for them. I didn't write it down, but were they the bad bandits?
I hope that's their official bandit name. The terrible bandits who are bad at banditing.
Yeah. No, it's not them.
Okay, cool. That would be embarrassing if it was. That's fair.
You get robbed by the people that we robbed.
Well, they tried to rob you. You robbed them. They would then have robbed the orcs, and you'd have to re-rob them.
Is there any check I can make, like just thinking back, like through passing through Yilton, if I saw anyone like that to like
You can make a history check. Why not?
Aaron's making a memory check.
The irony isn't lost on me. Oh, wait, what is this number? Oh no, I can't read it. Oh, I should have. Hold on. Wait,
We
this
jumped
number?
through like 3 different emotions there. What?
Yeah, we have advantages and disadvantages, remember
I just want to say that we probably should. I just want to say that Mr. DM Ray, probably should just make them use the advantage at some point.
Yeah,
I
no, I'm
just
gonna
want to use it by choice.
Yes, but at the
I
same
keep
time,
forgetting.
I kind of want someone to remember it, like during a big fight or something. It'd be hilarious if someone just went, "Hey, do you remember that auto crit like 6 months ago?"
that you're calling out my plan. You are calling out my plan. I am saving that auto crit. You better bet.
Yes, I would like to use an advantage. I'm gonna switch it. Okay, that's much better. No, it's not much better, but it's better than what I rolled.
Arcana. History.
History.
Yeah, why would you roll an Arcana check for
I
remembering
don't.
something?
They're the same
Not
because
that bad at memory.
it's intelligence based, so it's the same thing. So it's a 15.
Oh,
50.
Arcana.
Okay. You've seen particular individuals. You saw a few in pretty much across your travels of Zenri so far. Nothing specifically described comes to mind or warning or attention.
Okay. That checks out. Okay.
How long ago they leave?
Just a few hours ago.
Did they say where they were going?
They appear to be heading further north, or at least that is what the wind is telling us.
On foot?
I would assume. Sorry?
Oh, were they on foot, or did they have like a cart or anything like that?
Oh, on foot. On foot.
Well,
She
sounds
thinks for a
colder, but I always like me a hunt.
Stops for a moment and looks up. I know it doesn't look it at the moment, considering this place is always grey and snowy, but it's approaching the night, so I assume they will probably be setting up camp relatively soon. Might be your quickest way of dealing with that situation.
Setting you up an ambush.
That's smart. Okay.
A deal for a deal. You go ahead and get me back my vials. And it's probably about now that Atheros and Ishton return, as this is kind of, you go ahead and get me my vials, and we'll consider that a deal for a deal. And we'll have one of our fine druids transport you to the fireplace.
All right. Thank you.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you.
Vials
Consider
it
done.
is.
Gotta hunt people who stole stuff.
Well, I
Miss
like the
Lala.
first part. Hunt, I'm on for that.
Yeah.
Simple enough.
We're looking for a tiefling, a gnome, and a shifter. Don't worry, it wasn't Tom.
Oh, they did not the cartoon. I did not. Of course not.
They weren't that tricky guy neither. The one who disappear all the time. Not that one neither.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Tiefling.
Miss
Oh,
Lala,
yes.
we gonna get you stuff, especially with that one.
He points over at Ishton.
Appreciate it.
Athenos, how are you feeling? Your eyes look a bit red.
I mean, I guess that's kind of what happens when you turn into a lava snake. I don't know.
There was a lot of smoke too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you manage to?
Maybe not in
Rid of
front of
whatever
all
you
of the
needed.
people.
Okay, fine. Sorry, just wondering.
Soup immediately starts walking away, turns to like Ishton, looks up at her and goes,
I think one of them wanted to eat me. Get me out of here.
I let him jump on my back, if you will.
I think what
Oh, that's
he hops
great.
over your back.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yes.
All right. Does he come on my back?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Let us speak outside. Yes.
I think.
No offense. Yes, but
Thank you so much.
We shall return.
We'll be back.
They both,
That's your meeting.
they both nod.
they really wanted
Get
to
over
eat
it.
you. What did they do? They really wanted to eat you? Are you sure?
I don't know. They're pointing at me and saying things. And the word cute came up. I don't know. I hate that word.
Oh, that kind of eating. Okay. All right. I will get you out. You are not interested. I understand.
As you're all beginning to walk away, you hear a muttered discussion behind you of just, No, I'm not kidding. I want another one. I swear to God, I've had enough of this conversation. And they just keep bickering about this scenario as you're walking out.
Oh, God.
You suddenly hear, as you reach the threshold, you just hear, but his name was Soup. And that's it. That's all you.
Officially, like, afraid of them.
These are very strange people. Very, very strange. All right. All right, so I help us find a place kind of a little bit away from where everybody is and say, all right, so we need to plan to catch some thieves, yes?
Yeah, what did they steal?
It was 2 vials of this, like, it was like almost a liquid metal, and then if you thought of something, it would change into what you were thinking of. So if you needed a metal arrowhead, you would suddenly have one.
Did you have to be in contact for this to work? Damn it. That'd be
I know what
really
you're
good.
thinking. You know, when you're dreaming and then it turns into something else while you're not thinking about it?
Oh, no, that's not what I was thinking about at all. No. I was thinking about, like, if I made it a bullet and then shot someone with it,
Of
and
course
then
he was
turned it
thinking of
into, like, a
bullets.
spike inside of them.
Oh.
Yes, you
yeah.
could
But
just
apparently you have to
assume.
be-
You could just assume he is thinking bullets, just like we can just assume you are thinking stones. It is like,
Always stones? I was actually not just thinking how to make a bullet do that.
all right,
Anyway.
but
Yeah, anyway. So
What
what,
sh-
you know what direction they went in? What their fighting
They-
capabilities are? Anything like
They were headed north. They left a few hours ago. They're probably setting up camp. The tiefling is a quiet female. The gnome is a musician, and the shifter was interesting.
And then that they mean, I think they meant rather well built. Their eye.
Oh, that kind of interesting.
That's
Oh,
what I
oh.
thought because the way that they were bickering about it seemed like it was a ooh.
Apparently, the shifter gentleman is rather attractive.
Big
I
teeth
thought-
and a big old beard.
Oh,
Big teeth and a bit. Okay.
all right. Well, that's not important. Yes. Do you think that the vials could be used for anything defensive or offensive?
Absolutely. Yeah, anything you can think of, you could drop them into traps that would melt away. You could. There's a myriad of uses that they could be.
I mean, when we attack them.
In the amounts, if they're the same as the vial, really only watching out for projectiles and watching where you're stepped, there wasn't seemed to be too much that could be done. The only thing I would be worried about is if they had some sort of somebody who was mechanically inclined. They could put them together to do something that would do, no projectiles on its own or something.
All right.
From
All
the
right. So
size of
not
the
terrible.
wires, No, I think daggers and short swords might be the best that they could do.
No,
yeah.
we
Our
can handle that.
vials were only about yay big, so they don't have a lot of it.
I thought they meant hunters. Thinking maybe
yes.
look out for traps as well as. It's weird that one of them was a musician, so, and then they were performers of some sort. It would be definitely something they would incorporate into their show, so they might be super dangerous. I'm not saying they take them as they would definitely treat them as a threat beforehand, but yeah, it's very strange. Uses of
I think we're gonna do a pincer, stay downwind of them. Maybe like a depth formation.
Delta means
Yes.
triangle, right? That's the.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is
Yeah,
there
I'm not
any
against it.
chance that we could just talk to them? I mean, I would be perfectly happy to do an ambush, but
I mean, I'm pretty persuasive. In fact, I might say that I could give them a suggestion to give back what they stole.
Okay.
I see what you did there.
That'd be way easy. So
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
I mean, it could just go completely south because
and then we end
despite
up
how
fighting
civil my
anyway.
tongue
And
is, yeah, it doesn't always work.
why not both? They don't know how many of us there are.
I'm not
this is
against it.
smart,
that's true.
right? So some of us hide and some of us go talk. I am not good at either.
You just stand there and look like yourself.
Well, maybe
This I can do.
Ishton, since the arm was kind of loud, maybe you just go with Athenos? Maybe not do the talking, but then you don't have to hide?
I will keep my mouth shut. It is smart. I will try. I will try to keep my mouth shut. Yes. Yes, good plan.
So, do we want to split in 3 and 3? Play three of us for 3 of them and 3 to attack. And if so, who else should we bring with? You want to bring somebody who would disarm them with the general, or somebody who can bring a lot of firepower, fighting prowess?
Well, my first thought is Orin, because that, if it turns into a fight, Orin is very close combat.
That's true. That's true. I was thinking of being in a tree and throwing down me new shurikens, but I don't mind getting into a scrap right away.
Who is quietest and sneakiest?
Have a suck.
Well, but you are the one who is speaking, Athenos. So
Yeah,
you can
no, but
volunteer.
I just wanted to point out that I am the best at sneaking
You
in
are.
this group. I just wanted to.
You are the best choice. Who else is quiet and sneaky?
I'm pretty sneaky.
All right, so Orin should probably be quiet and sneaky with the quiet, sneaky people, right? So, if you cannot be quiet and sneaky, you should not be doing an ambush, because if they find out that you are there, then we are all fucked.
I can also make someone invisible if that helps at all.
Can you make them make no sound?
Don't think I have that prepared. Nope.
Ray, is military Santa Claus around?
Military Santa Claus.
Oh, God.
Is coming to town.
Oh, ho, oh, no, you didn't.
No.
I might have to make that canon now. I might have to change it. Oh.
When he says he has 16 children, he really means he's responsible for all the children.
Yeah.
Bring all
Reagan
the toys.
is not too far away right now. He's actually having a discussion with a couple of the other what appear to be scouts. They're kind of armed and armored very similarly to the way that Reagan is.
Okay. So they're just kind of like cocks his head over at him and is like,
They guy probably know the land better than we do.
I'll be honest, I don't wanna. But I guess, yeah, that's a good point.
If he tries to hug us, I will punch him.
Oh, I'll shoot him point blank.
Yes, all right. But yes, he could help us.
That escalated quickly.
the anti-touchy people of the group.
Look, I'm not a hugger.
Not at all.
So my first thought to that was that we need to make Ishton armor out of this liquid metal stuff, so then when someone does hug her, it just spikes.
Spikes.
Yes.
Armor of repulsion.
No.
Down.
No touch.
Armor of social distancing.
Every time somebody gets within 6 feet, it's just like.
None.
Okay, wait, but now I want that armor though.
Right?
When people
Covers
get
your
too
whole
close,
face.
when people get too close to you in the grocery aisle,
Just shoves them into the groceries.
social distance.
The empty shelves
Same.
where
You got it
toilet
on the
paper
floor.
used to be falling to the ground.
So military Santa Claus.
Military.
Military Santa Claus.
As long as
Reagan.
they're in agreement.
Military Santa Claus is over chatting with some other folks. And who's approaching him?
I'll come up to him.
He likes you too, Jotra. He likes you a lot.
That's true.
Okay.
As soon as you walk up, he turns and just says, "Yeah, sure." Oh, sorry. Yes, rude. The wind said yes. Yes.
Oh, what are we gonna ask? I don't even know.
All right.
You're talking about knowing the land better, so I would be happy to join you. At least to point you in the right direction.
Right now.
Sure thing. I've got everybody else watching the area anyway. I will probably only get in the way. You can see as he's saying this, you almost see him begin to kind of bounce from excitement for a second.
Someone give this man a hug. No,
Let's just go for a 3-foot tall high five.
Just how is that gonna look? I'm trying to think.
It's gotta be like an underhanded.
No, like launch off of Pavasari. Do like a jump to try to like
an 80s style, like
relatively buff, like 7-foot tall orc, high fiving this 3-foot tall deep gnome.
It's gonna sound like a golf clap.
Yeah. Just wonderful. He chuckles, immediately pulls his bow, checks it over, just good enough, puts it back. So are we leaving now? Are they leaving now?
Yeah, let's go. Runs back to the group.
Wonderful. And just jauntily running along is Reagan.
He probably has to speed walk with me running.
Yeah.
So it just looks this guy up and down and like,
I like you.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love you too. Like you too. Shoot, I need to be careful with this. Like, immediately kind of like wipes his face, goes back to military mode for a second, just nope, I didn't do that. And just like continues walking forward.
Ishton just leans over to Atom and says, "There is something wrong with this man."
I think there's something wrong with the people here.
Yes, all of
think
them.
The cold might be getting to. I think the cold is bothering them.
Yeah, I think maybe, or the wind is just, a little bit confusing when it talks to you all the time.
Yeah.
the wind is very talkative here.
Okay.
It's like Chinese whispers, but like way better.
So, Reagan, where would be a likely place for someone to camp several hours up north?
Oh, wait. We have a carriage, right? Can't we just take the carriage? Because I would like
that's a really sneaky and careful way in order to approach a bunch of people who may or may not be hostile to you. Absolutely.
Listen, okay, I'm exhausted after everything that happened, and I just want a place to sleep, if I'm going to be honest. I just want to take a little nap, get my spell slots back above game.
Jotra gestures to Pavasari.
I mean, if they are camping, we do have time to rest for a little while. Not all night, but for a little while.
Yeah, I don't actually need a short nap.
If you would like a moment, take a moment. There's one
good...
of the camps on the outside that I just sent the scouting party off. They'll be gone for a few hours. So you can go ahead and take that area if you'd like.
Is there a fire for him?
Jotra remembers.
Absolutely. Or if there's not, you're more than welcome to start one.
Jotra remembers, and then he brings out the zeppelin that he made carries heat and kind of makes it start circling Athens.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's a big visual.
Yeah. I'm assuming that Soup is just like on my back again, just like.
Soup is actually on Ishton's back, and because we're inside right now, he's okay.
Actually, a short rest is smart because I didn't realize how many hit points I had because it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
You're led into a small corner of this encampment. There's a little bonfire in the middle, some kind of makeshift hide tents. Nothing fancy, but still, relatively comfortable considering some of the nights you probably had in your lifetimes. You can go ahead and take a short rest. Get yourself sorted that way. Roll what hit dice you wish to roll.
What hit die do I have on you?
Starting the fire, Jojo's gonna go over, and then he's gonna kind of like flick his hand forward, and then his artificial tools are gonna come forward, and he's just gonna like put some kindling down, and then kind of snap across as the wings of Alamos come out, and it sparks these just like shower of sparks to get it started.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
Small fire has started. You can go ahead and rest, eat, take a nap, whatever you need to do. If there's anything you want to discuss during this time before you head out, you may. Otherwise, we can get moving.
Jojo's gonna make 2 very small pieces, and then so they're just going to make the sound of like. Have you heard any birds through here, like whippoorwill or like or anything?
There've been a few birds. Ever since you've gotten into the camp, you've heard the wildlife kind of return back from when you did beforehand.
There's one for the group in the camp to click if they need help, and then one for the outside group to click if something comes and attacks them. One to Athenos and Soup. And then he kind of shows them like there's like it's just a cube, but like one side is pressed up, and when you he shows you and he presses down on it, and it's the sound of just like a woo.
What? Just a quick question. What if there's an actual owl that screeches?
And he takes it back and he starts flipping it over again. So he changes it to something that like he heard in the volcano, like he changes it to the sound of maybe like an asholisk, and then he's like, okay, that should do. That's better.
Yeah, I think that probably works better, and it might also intimidate the people that we're up against, so that would help as well.
Oh yeah, they'd hear it response from the woods. That might.
Soup hands it back to Jojo and goes,
I'm trying to be quiet. Quiet.
No, it's a signal. It's to signal each other. It's.
In case you don't know how to whistle.
For some reason, my brain just went, it's quiet. Q, U,
we both went, All right.
Oh my god, I love this bunch of nerds.
Okay, anything else you want to do during the short rest? Otherwise, we can go ahead and mush swiftly on.
Just be posted in as high a spot as I can, watching out for those 2 chiefs.
I'm just short of being hovery. Like, I make sure that Athenos has a comfortable place to lie down. I sort of stay close. I kind of keep people away a little bit. Just keep people from asking questions or bugging him until he gets a chance to sleep. And does he sleep?
Oh, absolutely. Like at the moment he like puts his head down, he just out.
Okay. As he puts his head down, the last thing that she says before he falls asleep is, "Dream of her."
Oh, that was hot.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame.
Ellie and Jays, thank you for the raid. You've just been hit by feels.
Hi.
The friends who roll feeling.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
And we always roll with advantage.
So many advantages! My roommate's sleeping.
And that's all I do for the short rest.
All right.
Cool. Do I dream of her? Do that a roll? Can I just say I do? Okay, I 100% do. I think I guess Ishin's the only one that's around since she's keeping everyone away. But I think she probably notices that he's not smiling initially, but he's just like he seems to be at the most peace he's been in for a very long time.
She stays and watches and smiles.
Here in my room, thinking about you and me.
Cute. I love it. Okay. As long as nobody else has any other issues, you can go ahead and wrap up your short rest there. You're woken up towards probably the other side of nightfall. You were immediately kind of jumped up. All right. You said you wanted help. You're taking a nap. Let's go. Let's get this sorted. You kind of see this excited orc, almost Disney style, just kind of strolling down, whistling as he goes. This wonderful jaunty stroll, waving to everyone as he goes past, disgustingly happy.
Military Santa Claus is so strange.
He really is. Reagan. And while I'm walking beside him, I was like, Reagan, do you just not get out much? Is that why? Because you seem very excited just to go out a few hours out of your camp.
His face immediately drops as he turns and looks you dead in the eye, and he just says, I'm the parent of 16 children. You take whatever free time you can get.
Fair enough. Yep, fair enough, I guess.
Nods and chuckles again and just says, especially when one of them is a Goliath, and every time they try and reach out and hug you, they go ahead and crush your windpipe. Kind of just place a hand across his neck. Just still feel the bruises.
Why so many children around here in need of a parent? Where are their birth parents?
New to the customs of the Totem, are you?
Well, yes, I have never been here before. I don't know how I would know anything about them.
We're kind of seen as the foster parents of Veka. Once a month, all of our tribes head out to whatever main city is the closest. We go to the orphanage and we adopt whatever children are there. We bring them back, we integrate them into the Totem, and create them a family. A lot of our people can conceive normally, of course, but some of them cannot for various different reasons. So homeless children are given parents.
It appears they do not all stay, though.
They are free to leave as much as they wish. We actually have a name for them. We are the Totem. We are the Totem Wars. We refer to our children who have left the nest as Sekavem, or gust orcs, so to speak, following the winds of change. We do not harbor any ill intent towards these people. In fact, as soon as they return, they are integrated back into society as if nothing happened. Sometimes you just need to fly the nest and follow your own journey for a while. As nature intends, quite literally in this instance.
How long has your tribe been doing this?
Wow. centuries, millennia. As long as anyone can remember, at least.
Ishton sort of gives a sidelong glance at Athens.
Athens, he sees it, but he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, Ishton didn't expect him to.
But yeah, that is our customs. We always have a very large celebration when one of our Sekafem returns back to us. Hasn't happened for a little while now, but it's always a hell of a party when they do. A wonderful celebration. He kind of leans in and just says, and many people forget that there's a word called alcohol tolerance. He then chuckles and says, strange. One word in Orcish, 2 words in... This language thing is complicated.
When he leans in, Ishton leans out at the exact same angle.
He doesn't take offense. Kind of realizes he's crossed the line and begins to pull back a bit. But yeah. In terms of Vega in general, most capital cities will have this kind of meeting once a month where the Totem go out. They'll find whatever children need families, essentially. Go ahead, ask them if they want to come with, bring them back, integrate them into the herd, and then a big celebration is thrown when they do so. And because they are then connected to the totem or the earth, so to speak, they then gain a small amount of natural powers due to it. And yeah.
I love that.
So Jotra is gonna try to show off a little bit. So can I do a nature check for him trying to find the trail? Or like listen to the wind, or try to do it like he just wants to be like, hey, this is good.
Yeah.
You're muted, Ray.
You were muted, Ray. We didn't catch it.
Oh, I'm singing Pocahontas. Yeah, exactly. And then I just said, oh, so many Disney references. I can't wait to get sued.
Not bad. 21 for me.
Okay, that's pretty good. You go ahead and you actually come a little bit forward and meet up with Reagan as he's going ahead and scouting. And you both kind of point to a track at the same time. He chuckles and just says, we'll make a herd made of you yet.
What does that mean?
Never mind.
Oh.
Just begins to step forward and follow the trail.
Okay. But look, a broken branch over here.
And every time you point out something, he goes ahead and encourages you and just says, oh, yeah, yes, but if you look really carefully, there's also this, which tells you the direction, and just continues to kind of teach you a little bit about how he tracks.
They seem like a cult. There's just like so many cult red flags. There's like the love bombing and the like bringing in kids and the like we're gonna come. They just seem so cult-like.
I mean, it is only the military folk, or some of the military folk, that have the like on and off personalities. The rest of them they're just nice people who want to do nice things in the world. If that seems culty, then I'm sorry.
And convert our gnome. Ooh.
No, it's all optional. It's all consensual. They're just nice people.
Most cults are.
Nothing more. Not a cult. No, not a cult.
We're so
Not at all.
cynical.
Horrible people.
Not a cult, it's a common.
Anyway. It's not a cult. It is essentially a commune, to be fair.
It's a
It's probably
difference.
closer. It's a tribe of like 400 people living out in the woods, chilling, doing their own thing, and doing their traditions, living how they want to. So, yeah. I understand that it looks a little culty, though. Okay. The journey does indeed take a couple of hours. You're traveling through this forest. Thankfully, the wind has begun to let up during the evening, so it's not quite as bitterly cold as it was before. Still not warm, but less cold. Takes you a little while. There's some chatter here and there. You get the occasional, and my fourth son, he was just wonderful when it came to just random discussions about his children.
I feel like he has a wallet that like wraps up. It's just all these pictures of his kids.
Just a little
They
bit.
all inscribed on his walking staff, and he just kind of spins you through them as he talks.
That'd be amazing
Woodsy
if that was the
equivalent.
case.
The whole time, Athens is definitely reaching out with tremor sense just to make sure that we at least have a 120-foot head start or warning if anything happens.
You have some very heavy footsteps directly in front of you as a
Oh
as a
boy,
happy,
yeah.
a jolly giant is carrying onwards.
And he's green. That's perfect.
I do have the superior dark vision, so I should be able to see 100.
Eventually, as you're traveling forwards, the horizon in front of you is broken by what appears to be a small glowing light in the darkness, a few hundred feet in front of you.
Looks like that's them.
I see that.
Yeah. So do you guys want to hide first? I feel that would probably make more sense.
Alright.
No, let's walk up to them, all of us, and then they should hide after that.
I mean, it could
No,
also be
hide
option
first.
that we...
Hide.
Or
Yeah.
it'd probably be easier to hide if they're distracted talking to somebody, so.
Go hide.
Soup just
Orange
Homer
just gonna
Simpson's in a
scramble up
hedge.
a tree right now. Just
Aridin is going to disappear and then like tuck herself behind a tree.
Ooh.
Poof.
Stealthy people roll stealth checks.
Do I get an advantage
use my orange
because
die from
I'm?
DM Emporium.
Do I get advantage because I'm invisible?
Did you cast the spell?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't catch that part.
Yeah.
I'm also
I-
going to use one of my advantages because that was a terrible roll.
So I'm invisible.
Yeah, you're invisible, so you don't have to roll.
Oh, yay!
It's against their perception, not the other way around.
Okay, so burning an advantage, 19.
Okay,
Same.
Think you're good?
Burn advantage, 19.
all right. Yeah, so all of you think you are good. As the three of you approach the little area, how are we doing this?
I am trying to look tough, and I'm also keeping my mouth shut.
It's Ishtan's version of smile and nod. Although now I'm picturing Ishtan being being tough, just like crossing the arms, but like biceps.
Like that. Yes, definitely like in like such a way that muscles are clear.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Flashing the strength. Yeah, flexing the
Yes.
strength. I like it.
Dude, Athens
Okay.
is being as casual as possible. Like, he's just... I mean, he's talked to people that might want to kill him before, It's normal.
I'll try as best I can to look like his guard.
Richard's going to tend to be tinkering with something as Pavasari floats on the other side of Athanos. But he's like secretly like.
This is the strangest posse, I swear.
What do you mean? A snake man, his bodyguard, and a turtle.
Sometimes that's a family.
Snake man, his
Faithful
bodyguard, and a
Encounters.
turtle. I love it.
Faithful Encounters, thank you for the raid. Lovely to see you.
Hey, thank you for the raids.
Hey. We're in the middle of a forest hunting down some wonderful individuals. I don't know who Siren is, but
Justice for Siren?
There's a Cole in their group. Hi, I'm also Cole.
Are you sure it's not Cola?
Is it Jen as well?
Siren died in your group?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
did you
no.
lose someone in your? Did you lose someone in your game? Is that
Oh
it?
no.
Straight up murdered.
Oh no.
Straight up murdered.
Oh, damn.
But I would
Oh,
like to say that
gosh.
Jen is also one and not two, and I approve. Just wanted to say.
Well done.
Oh, I see. She was an NPC.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
That's a little bit less sad. Still
That's a little bit
sad,
less.
but-
That's a little bit,
We
yeah.
have some issues with murdering NPCs in our other games, so I sympathize. It happens.
So far.
They were in the way. Oh my
Ah.
god.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Red Panda Cola, not Cole. Sorry.
Aw.
Oh, sorry. I can't read.
We'll just call you Cola to make you feel better. You can be
Sure. I just can't read. It's okay.
Oh, thank you for the cheers, Graham. Oh, Graham Crackers
Graham.
now.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you very
God
much.
damn, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Good God.
This is what?
Oh god.
Just like curses. Yeah, we are in the middle of a forest.
Yeah,
we
we're
are
about to approach
hunting down or throwing. I don't know. We're about to throw down. Maybe.
We
Whatever's
about to
gonna
throw
happen,
some.
Not that they are intimidated by my muscles.
We'll have to
Three
see.
of us are hiding and ready to ambush, and three of us are gonna
It is-
walk up
it
to a
is.
campsite.
It is 4:30 in the morning, and I can hear seagulls.
Where do you live?
It is 4:30 in the morning.
Actually, no, don't say that on stream. But like, I'm just.
No, yeah. Don't.
And number two, I live right next to London. I live nowhere near the sea. Why are there
Okay.
seagulls?
You heard
This
it on
upsets
the
me.
wind.
Early late night
We're on
trash.
the wind.
The wind told me to go fuck myself.
The legendary Thames seagulls.
So these vile thieves.
Yeah.
And by vile thieves, I mean VIAL, not VILE. These vile thieves. We are approaching.
Yes.
Ah,
It
I
was
like what
a
you
good
did
one,
there.
yes, yes it was.
Yeah, it was. I
Good.
took psychic
That was a good
damage. I passed out. Look what you did.
I took 2d6 emotional pun damage. Okay, we are stepping into this little campsite. There is a wagon being pulled by some kind of large lizard-like creature. It is currently napping. There are two individuals wrapped up in bundles that are asleep, and there is a gnome that appears to be carving out something while sitting at their fire.
Yeah, I know. And I'm just gonna walk very casually. Like, if they hear me, they hear me. I'm not even trying to be sneaky or stealthy. In fact, I want them to hear me. I want them to hear me coming before I just end up in front of them.
You take a couple of steps through the snow before you take a look down. There's a branch, and you
I just
kind
stomp on it.
yeah. There's a little smile that comes across your face as you just stomp on it full pelt. You watch as the items fly out of this little gnome's hands. They turn around, hands up, and immediately just go, "I surrender."
Oh.
Okay.
That
Did-
was easier than expected.
It was a little bit underwhelming, I'll be honest, actually. Okay, you surrender, I guess. Can we have the vials back?
You damn vials? What do you mean vials?
Apparently you or one of your friends over there stole a pair of vials from the orc druids down a few hours back.
Oh, do you mean the shiny potions? We were gonna sell them in the next town because these guys don't understand the monies.
Don't drink that. It'll kill you.
You know, I kind of actually want to see what it would be like if someone.
Yes, that would be interesting.
Yeah, but can I need
Don't think of a knife. Don't think of a knife.
You saying that makes me want to think of a knife. Would you stop? No.
I feel like this is very confusing
have like
for anyone.
a liquid that turns into whatever metal thing you think of, so that's why that's where it's coming from. So, are you just going to give us the vials then? Oh, sorry, I opened it now.
No, you're fine. I mean, it looks like they're ready to comply anyway. Yeah, can you just give us the vial, the shiny potion things?
I mean, sure. How much you willing to pay for them? We were gonna sell them.
Well, good. This is going to be more fun.
That's not what surrender means, for the record.
I thought you were somebody else. That wasn't my predicament.
If you give me the vials, I won't shoot your friends in their sleep.
Shoot them? You got one of them bow cross thingies?
Not
those little...
No. I was like, pull up my gun. Like, I got a gun.
Oh, Calvin got one of them too.
All right, so the point is, we are going to take the vials, and we are either going to take the vials and you will be alive when we are done, or we are going to take them and you won't be, or we are going to take them and you are going to wish that you weren't. So, which of those options would you like?
At that point, a flaming shuriken will and go directly into like the log where the dude's sitting, like right next to him. Just
We're not alone, by the way.
Yes, oh my, where did that come from? What a strange bird to throw something like that.
I guess I could try mending some of your things and trade. I mean, that's probably the best situation we're going to get.
Chatra, they are thieves. Don't stop. You just did it. What is that?
Are you being nice?
The hands immediately shoot up as the shuriken hits the deck, and he just, "You're not very nice people."
Neither are you.
All right.
You stole from people who were kind to you.
We didn't steal.
Oh, please rephrase it in a way that makes you sound good in this. What? What did you do then?
There's a legitimate look of confusion as their head tilts. No, really, we didn't steal.
How did you get them?
We bought these.
How if they don't know money?
From who?
One of the fancy arrow folk. I don't know their names. I wasn't paying attention. I'm simply here to make a profit. We went ahead and did something for them. They gave us the vials, and we were good.
Arrow. What does that mean? The orcs.
One of the
orcs.
The shooty. One of the shooty guys.
The druids.
Can you describe what they look like?
She stops for a moment and just
check this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I don't believe it. Oh, my insight is mine. That's That's why I forgot why I trust everybody. That's right.
Oh yeah. It's difficult to get a read on this individual.
How much did you pay?
Their finger is over their lips as they say, if you want a description, kind of like that guy. Points towards Reagan.
Where's Reagan up?
Reagan failed a stealth check.
Oh. God damn it, Reagan.
What? How much did you pay?
We didn't. If you're talking like coins, No. We just did them a favor, and then they helped us out by giving us the little vials.
What the favor?
And while it's happening, how far away is Reagan right now?
So, Reagan is probably about 50 foot away, and is 100% convinced he's stealth. He's being super sneaky.
I'm just gonna point my gun at him and just keep talking to the person who seems to have the vial. I'm just gonna keep my gun aimed at Reagan while I'm talking to them. Like, so you're telling me that you got this vial from that guy for a favor?
Well, no, you asked us to describe the people that we were talking to. They all look very similar to him, apart from the ones that don't.
What was the favor?
They look similar apart from the ones that don't. Oh, this man is brilliant.
This individual is not smart.
I'm gonna just look him dead in the eye and just cast suggestion because I'm just tired. I'm gonna use you want to innately have the spell suggestion, so I guess it probably just looks. I think to everyone else he just sounds like he's speaking normally, but to whoever this guy is, it sounds just like a very soothing, like caring and loving voice, and he, despite of what he says, is give me the fucking vial. But it sounds, despite the words, it sounds very enticing and very soothing and comforting.
Drax suddenly speaks in parcel tongue. It's very weird.
Give me the fucking vial.
Wait. Oh no.
Oh my.
I think it's nicer in terms of melody than that, but what's the saving throw?
Wisdom, I think. Yeah, wisdom.
Oh boy.
Seems like a wise fellow.
Yeah, that's a new.
Negative.
They immediately just. Well, I mean, you didn't kill me, so I suppose that's probably the better idea. Reaches down and just throws you a bag. Just watches it drops onto the ground. There you go.
Thank
Give you the vials.
I open them up just to make sure that they're actually in there, and like show it to Joe because I guess he would know what it looked like. And I
want to make sure that there's something in the vials because then kind of shake it and then kind of open both and then just reach out and then touch both and just be like and then try to form them into bullets that'll fit inside of the vials. And just...
They are both definitely the correct material.
Perfect. I'm gonna. Yeah, this is them.
There's also a few days' rations in the bag. There are a few. When I say a few, there are 3 crossbow bolts in the bottom, and there is also a small, almost tin, a small tin, probably about that big-ish, sat at the bottom. It's plain. It's literally just metallic, closed tin.
Is it? Can I see if it's magical? Fascinated by it. As we turn around, Jotra's just gonna kind of as he's looking through the bag, or as he picks up the tin to look at it, he's just gonna turn Pavasari around and start floating away.
Okay. Are you opening it up and seeing what's inside, or are you just checking the box?
No, I'm holding it
itself?
and checking it before because I'm afraid.
Okay.
Jotra's afraid it might.
Roll an Arcana check for me.
$17.
Okay. It's a pretty box. There's no markings or anything on it. It's just a box. doesn't seem magical by itself.
Not magical.
There's something inside. That's probably what you've judged. It rattles.
He's gonna wait till we get a little farther away. I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. He's gonna just keep floating away until he's gonna tend to look back to Ishin and wave them.
So I still want to know what this favor is. Because I don't like the idea that they did some trade in order to get these vials and now we are taking them away.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna have we walked away from them, or is they still within earshot?
I think standing right in front of them. I was gonna say Jotra moved away. I assume the two of us were still standing right there. I don't like that idea. I would like to understand more what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna click my fingers at the guy. Hey, you. So, what did you do to get this? What favor did you have to do to get these 2 vials in return?
Oh, we just went ahead and helped out with a small material shortage they were having. It was kind of a trade for a trade. That's all it was.
All right. Why don't you start being specific? Because if you just keep trying to avoid saying it, we're going to be here for a long time, and I'm going to lose patience, and I'm going to start hitting you. So why don't you just tell us what the fuck happened, so we don't have to get to that part?
Just saying how we all feel sometimes.
Ishton, roll an intimidation check for me.
I've had those thoughts.
19.
19.
It's the muscles. It's the biceps.
There's a big smile, very, very big fake smile that has been across their face the whole time. As soon as you say this, their face immediately drops. They begin to panic. They begin to hyperventilate as they just say, we went ahead and I was lying. We stole them. I stole them. They don't know. They don't know.
All right, good. All right. We are going to leave now with the things that you stole. And
Actually, hold on. You mentioned that your friend Calvin was his name, right? He had a gun as well.
Yeah,
Point them out to me.
Yes, you should just.
Oh yeah. You just took his thing, but there he is. And it points towards the shifter.
Do I see any guns near him?
He actually sleeps with a very kind of outdated matchlock pistol just across his chest.
Are we robbing robbers again?
Yeah. I want to get my gun out and not press against his head, just put it in front of his face and just try and take the gun.
Okay. Jotra, upon hearing does he have a gun, is immediately going to flip the turtle around.
Don't look, Papa, sorry.
Oh no, I'm turning around because I was floating away no, this isn't over.
I will turn this turtle around.
Don't make me turn this car around.
Turn the turtle around.
There's a slight kind of gruntled snore as his hand tightens around it for a second and then loosens. You can go ahead and, with your relatively deft fingers, you can go ahead and just slip the matchlock out of his hand.
How does it look? Is it very old-fashioned? Does it pack a punch? Can I tell if it would pack a punch still?
Definitely less powerful than your current pistol. But 1 would be a good source of parts, and 2 would be relatively easily fixed up to a better standard.
And does it count as light by any chance?
Yes, it would.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So yeah, he just takes that. Probably he empties it because you can tell he probably wasn't kept looked after. There's like dried up gunpowder in the back there. It's like
it's not very well looked after. You're surprised this thing fires half the time. Like
So he just like not pockets it. I guess we have like kind of bags on us. I guess to carry
holsters, whatever you want to go
I kind of
with.
slip it into my bag and face the guy like, great talking to you, great doing business with you. Goodbye.
Yes, bye now.
Cute. Alrighty. Have you cracked open that box, or are you still holding on to it?
So
Crack open that box.
hearing them disengage, he's
When
gonna
the
start
DM asks
floating
that,
away.
you don't open the box.
Yeah,
You
you
don't
do.
want to open the box.
What
that's
about
fine.
Jotra for 1 second makes you think he's not gonna open this
He's
box?
gonna totally open the box.
Yeah.
You know that box I gave you?
God
Did you
damn
happen to
it.
open it like right now?
So like,
Turn around.
Jotra, like as soon as he sees them coming back his way, he's gonna be like, oh, okay, good, and he'll start floating. And then when he gets about 30 feet away from the camp, then he's gonna be like, he's just gonna like reach down and open the box. And what dexterity saving throw?
No. You see inside 5 small, metallic green orbs.
Oh.
Everyone sounded like that was like super meaningful, and I have no idea why they're meaningful.
No, I'm just excited because it's metal and it comes from the ground, and Jotra's like,
Orbs.
Oh, I'm excited because if I remember correctly, the person we just robbed, they were like, you already got one of his, and they didn't finish the sentence. So I'm assuming it's some kind of, I just assume it's some kind of bullet.
just floating.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm gonna start trying to identify these if they're magical. It's identify. It's a ritual.
Okay. You need to spend 10 minutes
just
setting that all up, but I mean, nothing else is really happening here. Apart from a very, very disgruntled gnome. A very disgruntled and upset gnome, but yet again, you have robbed the robbers.
Looking
And
That's
it's
how you
bad
pillage.
banding.
sure this guy isn't following us.
I was going to say, how's our stealth team doing? How's our infiltration team doing during this?
Like the entire time I'm sitting up in a tree, like after throwing the flaming shuriken, I was like, oh, okay, all right, nothing's really happening. Oh, okay, we're talking to him now. All right. I guess I'm not needed.
As soon as the party starts like going away from this gnome, Soup immediately like tries to like advance on him. And I want to try and like sneak up right behind him.
Okay.
Shadow of justice.
Okay, do another stealth check.
Oh, that works. Okay. A 24.
Yeah, that works.
Doesn't notice as this kind of discussion is going on, and it's probably as you've managed to close in, it's probably to the point where they've handed over the bag, Athnos has taken the gun, Jotra's opened up the case.
Think of like the scene from The Lost World where like the raptors are in like that field. Closing in. He comes up, takes one of his daggers, comes up right behind the guy, grabs his wrist, and says, "Don't steal," and stabs his hand.
Okay.
Soup is badass.
Oh no, does Soup
Hell
know
yeah.
exactly what Athnos is? Because like,
Get near you. No. You do it with style, and you are not, just
There
not
are
all
no
there.
laws?
You're way cooler. He's not going to.
oh, I know that, but
No
yeah.
laws on the sea. You're not breaking any laws. It's
no, exactly.
nomads.
It's different.
I mean, I quite literally just stole from someone while they were sleeping, but I'm just gonna.
Still we'll gloss over that.
Technicalities.
The gnome immediately squeals as loud as they can.
Soup's gonna run away.
As this blade goes through their hand, they immediately like pull their own hand backwards, realizing that they've just opened up the wound and are just looking screaming again as the two other bodies now begin to stir.
Where's my gun? Oh no!
And he just runs after the party. He's like,
Go, go!
Okay.
All right, okay, all right. All right, we're going.
Fucking hell. All right.
Soup's on.
Why?
Oh my
Soup's
god. Yes.
Hell yeah!
Oh
That's a
god.
t-shirt.
Yes! Hell yeah!
Soup in the shed.
Like for some reason, I had Bruce Willis in my head, just like, with a gun in like Die Hard, just like looks like Soup's on.
Oh man.
I don't know why it was Bruce Willis, but that's what came into my head, so that's what we're rolling with. Okay.
I guess we run. I guess we run away.
To say, how are we going to handle this situation? Everybody flees.
Yep. Run
Like-
away!
The screams echo
this
into
were-
the night as everybody begins to bowl.
If this was The Office, Aridin would be looking into the camera and then running. Just
Oh.
I just want to say,
boy.
actually, let's just imagine for a second that Aridin does that. That is the first time that there is a glance from Ishton with like a little heat behind it. There's just a little moment of like
the good kind? The good kind, yeah.
Yeah, the good kind.
kind of heat.
Good kind.
Oh.
So basically, what you're getting is that Ishin's into people that break the fourth wall.
That was like yes.
Does this mean we can hook up Ishton with Deadpool? Because that's what
Yeah.
it sounds like right now.
If Athens dies, I'm playing Deadpool and I'm down for it.
Oh my
I feel
god.
like that's almost a line that should be a Friends Who Roll Dice shirt. Hi, I ship this and I'm down with that.
Oh man.
Oh gosh.
Heated look from Ishton. Yes.
The joys
We're just
of
gonna make that canon. There's just a moment of like
the joys of Tritons being polyamorous in this world. What's your answer? Yes. What do you mean? Yes, yes to all.
Porque no los todos.
Ah, all right. After a quick bolt, Reagan goes ahead and just carries you, basically. Not carries you, but you know what I mean. Takes you all the way back to the camp. As soon as he gets past the two guarding trees, he topples in, lands in the snow, and just laughs. He just laughs ridiculously hard and just says, one of the best situations I've had in a very long time. Lord.
You really haven't been out. That we just talked.
it was just kind of a dim-witted guy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you had fun. It's great. That was very fun. It was a good time. It was a good time. It was a good time. Yes.
His face drops as if like you take what you can get, and then immediately comes back to them.
Oh god.
During your identify, Jotra, they're magical. They're definitely magical. This is elemental ammunition. Specifically, these are 5 acidic bullets.
Athnos knows his bullets, like he didn't need an identify spell, you know.
Oh, that's if Athena saw them.
That's true. He technically didn't see them. That's our character that knows them. So
After identifying it, he's gonna be like, Athenos, did you find a gun on one of these guys?
yeah, it's absolute shit. I don't know how he isn't like blowing his fingers off with this, honestly.
Then Jotra's gonna turn the box around and he's gonna open it and show the 5 bullets. acid bullet.
Ooh.
They're elemental. He probably didn't need it to be as good in quality, but I could probably fix that up and make it even better. But these 5, special occasion. And then as he picks one up, he's gonna like weigh it. And does he think he could throw it like a rock? And he's gonna realize it's a bullet, not a stone. He's gonna put it back down.
Are there? Please tell me there's like little melty parts somewhere on this gun from like a time that it misfired or something.
Probably.
So, where the matchlock mechanism is, you can see where it's actually been replaced multiple times from where there's been some kind of misfire and it's essentially leaked out the sides.
Oh god, this guy does not look after his gun, and the gunpowder it's spent. I don't know how it fired, honestly. Oh god, I'll be honest, it kind of makes me angry, because it could be so. Let me just not go on a rant because I could go on for hours about
it. Is in better hands now. You are going to treat it well.
Yes.
Yes.
But I will need. Even I don't think I could fix this. I was going to hand it to Jojo. To you.
Oh yeah. I could do that.
He does not want to at all. He is very resistant.
Yeah,
I can
definitely try.
That's not true.
No, I was just gonna do it.
I was being sarcastic. Yes.
Okay. And Jojo's gonna kind of like just immediately just sit down, and then he's gonna open up his designs book, and he's gonna start sketching out the pistol, and then he's gonna kind of like look side glance at Athenos's pistol for like the firing mechanism and everything, and he's gonna just kind of like try to conceptualize the two together so he can upgrade this gun, and then he's gonna start making a list of like materials and stuff. He's just gonna dive straight into it.
I will say that Athenos's gun is very unorthodox. It's not traditionally made at all. So I don't just gonna put that there. I don't know if that'll affect anything, but yeah.
Oh yeah. If Jojo looks at it and he can't mechanically figure out how the hell he's firing more than one bullet, he's gonna start incorporating like maybe another gun design that he's seen. Like, maybe he could do like, so he's just gonna basically and then make a list of ingredients and stuff or materials and things so that he's beyond excited.
Yeah, awesome. Sounds good. You have Reagan kind of say, well, favor for favor. If you've got any preparations you need to do, probably now's the time. And it lifts himself up and just, cold. Hey, matchstick, heat over here.
Matchstick.
I don't like that name, but here you go.
Oh, thank you. Oh, there we go. Better. Yes, preparations. If you have any, do them. And come see either me or the Chiefs once you've handed that stuff back. We'll be ready to go.
I mean, before you go, is there a place, can we like stay here and sleep for a bit?
For the night. Smart.
Yeah.
Yes, if that's what you need to do. Then you can go ahead. Just go ahead and grab whatever beds are free, to be honest.
Is there a place with just like one place for us? Like,
yeah. Is there like a section that no one really goes to that we can sleep in?
Kind of thinks for a moment before signaling a couple of people. They begin discussing something in Orcish before he waves them off. Be set up for you now. Instead of hanging around this area, head over to the Wester camp. That's usually where the crafting stuff happens, but there's a small section that we don't really use anymore. So you can go ahead and we'll move over some bedding and things like that.
All right,
sounds good to me.
Thank you.
Nods. Again, return the vials, head to bed, and then grab whoever you can, and we'll get you sorted. All right?
Yep.
Thank you.
He turns to one of the scouts and immediately starts discussing something in Orcish, and you can see his facade go back to that regimented form.
Oh boy. Who has the vials? I can't remember if I have it or if Jotra have them. Jotra has them. Okay.
I took the entire bag once I saw there was stuff inside and just started going through it.
Stuff.
Jotra, can you toss me the vials?
What?
I'm just gonna give those.
Yeah.
Over. Thank you. Okay, head over.
Real quick before he does that, Soup's gonna ask Reagan. He's gonna come up to him and say,
"Hey, Reagan.
Yep.
Y'all how y'all repay thieves?"
Thieves. We don't really have thieves here. It's kind of odd. Definitely a rarity, but if someone has earned something, then they are entitled to that something. If someone else is going to take that away from them, then that's just not right.
Punishment?
Usually exile.
You see him take his bloody dagger and he just cleans it off, puts it away.
You get an interesting side eye, and he's like, "I'm not going to ask." It turns back. You head. Everybody heads into the main guild hall. It's a pretty relatively simple affair. You go ahead and hand over the vials. Lila is immediately super happy. Just oh, thank you. I can't thank you enough. Honestly, I thought if it wasn't one of us, I wouldn't know where it was. Then it was gone, and you just hear from across. Shut up. Please shut up. Stop talking. Thank you. Just relax. Not everything has to be a big drama. They begin bickering again as you see Lila reach down and take the vials out of your hands.
I wait at the doorway and don't go in. And if Soup walks by, I'm like, "You want to wait out here? You can wait out here with me. I'm just going to stay out here."
You're muted.
Yeah.
Who doesn't even think about going in there?
I will hang out here with you.
No. You gonna go talk to the big ladies? No, I don't want to be around those people.
No, you're good. We are good.
I think Aridin would wait outside too.
So what is it, Jotra and Orin?
Everyone's so cynical.
I've noticed the guys all.
Yeah.
Everyone's so cynical. Yeah, it's a relatively swift procedure. And Lila, halfway during the argument, Lila turns to you and just says, "Oh, of course, favor, yes. Fireplane, wasn't it?"
Yeah.
Yes, so tomorrow then.
You realize how horrendously dangerous the fireplane is, correct?
It's gonna be fun.
Aye, but we must go.
That's a word. Alright, very well. We can have something ready to assist you in that endeavor in the morning.
Or you might feel at home at a fireplane. You're literally practically burping out fire at this point.
Although, yes, I feel like I might be a little more comfortable than most. To be honest with you, I'm fucking terrified.
That's good. That's good.
Volcano was really, I imagine, intact. There's no getting away from it.
At home, my tree had a leak. Small, lava-like sap just poured from it. That's what I was expecting with Calera. fact that the whole tree was a volcano, it still just blows my mind. And just to think of what happened to poor Sisby, we're in for a lot of shite. This is not going to be easy.
If it's most fun things aren't easy, I like to think that the harder it is, the more fun it will be when we eventually get it over and done with.
Well, nobody's hunting us now.
Probably everything's going to be hunting us in the fire plane, because I feel like it's kind of a place where things who aren't in the fire plane just immediately become prey. But
is this conversation happening with the Chiefs, or did you come back out before having this conversation?
I think this is like a while walking.
As we're walking out.
Also, probably we don't have to go where there are lots of things to fight when we go to the fire plane. I think there might be a way to avoid this, maybe.
Is there?
That would be fair.
Yes, I might have some family there. So you have the ability, if you try really hard with your mind to think about them when you go through, you might just show up at their house unannounced, which they love.
You have family there?
Got water in the fire plane?
I have family there. I did not say they were frightened.
Oh, cool. That's way better.
So, what will happen is, when we open the portal, I will think very hard about my in-laws. And then we'll walk through.
Oh, are they nice?
They're okay.
Okay. All right. Oh, good.
Inside check. This will be.
I would like to inside check that as well, please.
They are in-laws. Make of that what you will.
I'm rolling anyway to see if I got 22.
And Soup.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Insight, as you can imagine, is really good. A 4.
Okay, I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
She's not the biggest fan of them. You can tell Soup, and Athenos, you know her well enough to be able to tell, like, it's not that they're terrible, but that they're, like, not very friendly, and you have to really work hard to earn their respect. And they're not, like, really super open to outsiders, and she's had to, like, really battle her way in.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I think
man.
he notices that and it's like, are you sure you don't want to just fight things? I feel like that might be easier.
I don't know. It is a good question. It would be fun to fight things, but it is very dangerous there. It might be good to just show up at a town, you know?
I guess. Let's sleep on it.
Good idea.
Let me sleep on it.
My brain is just going, wow, Ishtar is skilled in so many forms of battle. She had to battle her way in.
Well, what's funny is that she describes them in exactly the terms that anyone would describe her.
Oh,
She's okay.
A little hard to get to know, kind of stuck in their own ways. You know, you really have to work hard to earn their respect.
Doesn't sound like anybody we know.
Not at all.
Don't know them. No idea.
If they ain't Triton, what are they?
Well, they live in the fire plane. They are fire people. Genasi.
There's fire people.
Well, they are people of the fire pit Genasi. You have seen a fire, you know, with the hair.
He just looks at you like, what?
There are people of water, there are people of fire, of air, and of earth.
Okay.
Yes, well, you will learn more soon. They are very nice.
God, this is gonna be fun.
What is your smile?
Yeah.
Look like it hurts.
Using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Yeah, I think we have very different definitions of fun. Interesting.
I just like things that are easy, I guess. Fun is challenging.
I was too
Depends.
careful. I almost said that she liked you, but then I stopped myself.
Wow. If he said that, if that was canon.
Pull it back!
Ow! The dagger out.
I suddenly feel another character having to be rolled.
It's okay. I already got it ready for the point when somebody kills JoJo.
Okay. The night calls. There's a small area that's set up pretty hastily, but to be honest, it doesn't actually look that much different than the rest of the camp. It's comfortable enough that you can go ahead and get a long rest in, heal yourselves up, get your hit dice back, get your spell slots back. And as the next day approaches, the ceremony to the fire plane looms over everyone. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the session there. Seems like a good spot to go. So we can go ahead and visit the in-laws next session.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Maybe
This
meet
is-
the in-laws, depending on whether Ishton is
Depends
fully
on how well we
committed.
do, yeah.
Meet the
Yeah.
fires.
All right.
Keeping up with the
Fires. It took me a
dynasties.
second. Now I got it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
There's
That's pretty good.
Alrighty. Let's go around the
Oh my
horn real
God.
quick so that everyone can say hello and plug anything you want to plug. We'll start off with Dan.
Well,
What's
hi,
up,
I'm-
Drag?
I'm Jack, or Draconics. That is DRAKONIQUES, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. You can find me here every Monday at 6 p.m. PST, playing Athenos, the lovable Yuan-Ti pirate warlock. You can also find me starting this Wednesday on Scraticus, playing a magical cat named Scraps. Or I think that's 6 p.m. EST. There's so many time zones, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's EST. And then immediately after that, I'm going to be on Roll of Law playing a time-traveling lizard boy. And that is from... I'm switching time zones again. 6 p.m. PS. I don't know. I hate time zones, guys. I hate it. But yeah, yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm playing time traveling lizard in Rule of Law, the Infinite Horizon Cypher System campaign, which is awesome. Highly recommend watching it. It's amazing. I honestly cannot sing their praises enough. They're awesome people, a lot of fun. I'm also, I think next month, I thought it was this month, but I was wrong. Next month, I'm making an appearance in the Super Idols RPG audio podcast where we play Magical Idol, not guys, non-binary powers. And that is awesome. I definitely recommend you looking out on that. Follow me on Twitter for just updates on all of those things. In some other things that are coming up soon as well. Don't know if I can announce them yet, so I'm just gonna hold that back. But just follow my Twitter, Draconics, just to keep up with what I'm doing. And that's me. Sorry about the time zone stuff. I'll figure it out eventually.
I just imagine you with like a map of the world on your wall and like various games like pinned.
Oh, you know that
places.
picture of like that huge wall of planning with the guy looking, just going. That's
yeah,
what I
like
imagine.
lines of white.
Always
That's
sunny.
what I imagine. Okay. Cheers, Drac. Ty.
Hi, I'm Ty. A JoJo Cool Sharpener here, of course. Every Monday at 6 p.m. PST. Tomorrow I play my home game on my own Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Hitchhiker of the Mind. come watch the rerun of that because you want to stay here for the Gods Meow. And then on Wednesday, I'm in Featherfall Tabletops. I play a Fire Ganassi Echo Knight in their Beyond Amends campaign. On Thursdays, there's something else, I'm sure. Fridays as a local game. So if you want to hang out anytime, just hit me up on Twitter. I manage the DM Emporium Twitter and all of DM Emporium. So make sure you stop by. Use that FWRD code for 10% off. 10% off of yours, 10% for beautiful people here. And yeah, don't forget, I mean, every new character needs some new dice, so it looks like I might need to order some new dice soon when Athmir shoots Jojo. That's me.
No, I will protect you. I will not let him do this. No.
Oh, it depends on what Jojo says.
I don't even need to shoot you, really. I can just use magic, like, I can drop.
Shoot you, look.
It looks like he was strangled by a snake. This is so weird.
It's burn marks all across his body. What's going on here? Oh gosh. Okay. Cool.
Hi, howdy, bye. I'm Cole. You can find me at Cole Moriel on the Twitters. I'm really bad about being active there, though. I'm trying my little old best. I don't really have anything to plug. You can catch me here Mondays and Tuesdays. I play Aridin, my amnesiac wizard blade singer, and then on Tuesdays I play my monk Pally
Munkadin.
Munkadin. I like Munkadin.
Munkadin. I play a Munkadin Fire Genasi, funnily enough, and that's all I'm doing. Yes, that's all I'm doing that is streamed. Don't look at my calendar. Please tell me to stop. And
Hey Cole, take tomorrow off.
Not tomorrow night.
Not tomorrow.
No, the night you have to stream, but take the day off.
The struggle. Take tomorrow off, but not tomorrow. Take the other day.
In fairness, Cole is going to be in the woods for a week, so they're actually finally taking a break.
Yep, I'm gonna go hug some trees. The trees are calling me. They're calling me.
Remember, if they hug back, run.
No, let them take me, please. Please.
See that line where the grass.
Oh wait, I can use my background.
Oh no. We have activated the Disney part of Ray's brain.
And no one knows.
Shut it down.
Anyway,
Copyright, Ray. Copyright.
It's just been. I was gonna say it's just been Disney references this whole day. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're in the Frozen Wasteland. You really expect me not to do a Frozen reference?
I was so disappointed.
Had to.
Frozen is an awful film, and no one can convince me otherwise.
I disagree. Okay.
I really disagree, but okay.
I was gonna say now that I have caused hell, Sean.
Speaking of hell, Sean, hey! Funny you should say that. Funny you should say that because while I play Soup, the Kobold Fighter, here on The Mind of the Martyr, I also will soon be playing every other Sunday on Duval and Dragons and So Many Games channel, the Devilish Dwarf, Horace Greeneye. So you were far off with the hell reference. Besides that, I am one of the admins over at Thread Raiders, and we are working with Jasper's Game Day. We'll be doing JasperCon here at the end of August, the weekend of the 26th through 28th. So come and check that out and donate to the American Association of Suicidology and the Not Okay app. That's it.
So, thank you very much. Adam.
Hello, I am Adam. You can catch me at AdamHardyVO on Instagram and Twitter. I am certainly more behind the scenes, but check out the Mind and the Martyrs YouTube and podcasts. That's where most of my work goes, as I do the post editing. So I throw in music and I throw in sound effects. Like last episode, we were fighting ice guys that screeched and popped and with frozen spikes everywhere when they died, and it was a lot of fun to go. It was a lot of fun.
Seriously, check it out. It is so cool. It is like nothing else that I've seen in terms of like podcast or YouTube for actual play. It is really awesome.
And we have some other stuff in the works coming up for the Mind of the Martyr, so very excited about that as well. So.
Adam does amazing work with like the post editing stuff, so the podcasts are totally worth the listen, because every single time I hear something, I'm just like, how are you doing this? It's so good. It's so good, guys.
The link is in chat. Just click that link.
Absolutely right there.
We're so spoiled with this team. I'm spoiled.
True.
Reed, I'm spoiled.
I will let you keep on thinking that it's way more difficult than it is.
I mean, I
Because it is, obviously, right?
I can't.
Absolutely.
I can't.
Speaking of Jen.
Jen! Hi, I'm Jen. I'm Jen Quixote here. I'm Quixote Jen on Twitter. QUIXOTEJEN. 1 N, not 2. And that was really cute, everybody. And you can see me here on Monday nights, and also on Tuesday, I'm going to be playing Cole's Fire Genassi's sister, Air Genassi, who just got married on the last episode. We had a wedding episode.
It was so cute.
It was so sweet. It was so sweet. So she's in a very good mood. She's a happy camper. So in a very, very different space than she. Who's gonna meet her in-laws? What is going on with my characters?
This is taking a strange turn.
Really, right?
What is going on?
What?
Okay, no, but for real, go listen to that episode because I cried.
It's
so good.
It's really sweet.
It escalated quickly.
The walk escalated quickly.
I mean, you just want to watch it because everyone's reactions were great. Like, making Cole cry is not a difficult thing to do, so it's more just the reactions of everyone that you need to.
It was really sweet, and it was like a whole arc that has been building up since, like, I think the 3rd episode. So that was really neat.
Jenna did a fantastic job on that.
It made me happy. I love those characters so much at this point that I was like so ecstatic for them. I was like walking on clouds for them because I love them so much, as if they were like my own children or something. And I won't give a lot of specifics, but coming up in a couple of months, there's going to be a Monster Hearts campaign on this channel. And I'm going to be the master of ceremonies for the Monster Hearts campaign. So that's going to be really cool. And there's some really cool people, one of whom might be here, who's going to be in that campaign. Yay! And we met for the first time with the whole cast, and they're just an amazing, talented, awesome group of people. And I'm
so
super excited that I get to play with them. So that's coming up.
Fun.
Yes, it's going to be awesome. But that's for a few months down the line.
I'm so excited.
In a few months, not for a few months. It's in a few months. That's how English works. That's how English works.
That's how the English do.
You know, I think it says a lot about me that I didn't notice. I knew what you meant. I was just like, yep.
Right.
Okay, number 1, Dice Prairie. Thank you for the raid.
Yay,
right at the end. Just want to wrap up. We are here every single week. So if you did want to catch us, we are here. You can go ahead and catch up, as some of the lovely folks here have said, on podcasts or YouTube or Twitch VODs or however you fancy your media. It's going to be there. Thank you so much to the wonderful people here for playing and coming up with cool characters and all of that nonsense. You're all awesome. And I'm Ray. You can find me at Bearded Baybax on Twitter. I almost completely forgot to do anything about myself. I'm here every Monday DMing on the Mind of the Martyr. I'm playing Tobias every Tuesday on the Gods We Know, both 6 p.m. PST. I have a horror short campaign coming up with Transient. Going to be playing Cult, which is going to be fun. I've got a few people playing through that, which is going to be an absolute blast. Eventually, I will also be playing Starfinder with Transient as well, which is also super, super exciting. And I'm looking for more games, so I just want to fill my time with as many games as I can find. So, yeah. Exciting. Yeah, apart from that, everyone else has pretty much plugged anything that I need to plug. Yeah, I believe we are going to do a raid here.
Can I say really quick, actually, if you want to play with some of us, we've got a lot of community games going, a couple of which are probably going to end up being streamed. We do a lot of we take a lot of indie games and we get people together in our Discord and we play them. So most of the people here you can have the opportunity to play with at some point. And some of them we stream. So that's cool.
Yes, I'm actually playing an off-stream one every other Sunday for a few weeks, which is going to be exciting. Gone ahead and we're DMing a short little, I think we're doing 5 sessions, 6 sessions maybe. That's going to be super exciting. And we will get back into the swing of doing those as regularly as we can. So yes, thank you, because I definitely would have forgot to mention that. I believe we're raiding Total Party Chill.
That is correct.
Awesome. I was going to say something and then completely forgot. You say your thing.
While credits will play, we'll still be rating. So we like to play credits so you guys know all the wonderful people who worked on it and done behind the scenes stuff. And so the credits will play, but hang around. We are going to be rating over to Total Party Chill. So don't touch that Twitch dial. Don't go anywhere. We'll hit you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Apologies for my frazzle. Been a little bit icky, but keep moving forward.